Yeah, it's my StreamYard settings. I keep forgetting I have to recheck them.
Looks like you were already.
I did, but then I removed it because I didn't realize how bad
Yay, we have noise now.
would really be.
Yeah.
Yeah, for whatever reason, ever since I got the new audio card that's not a built-in card anymore,
Yeah.
StreamYard defaults to it regardless of what I do, and I got to remember to start checking those
I did.
settings.
We did. And he did.
So 3 stitches goodbye.
Yes.
I'm bloodlust from my
I was just. She was doing the math of the stitches. Like you'd taken a stitch and I'd taken a stitch and she'd taken a stitch because our bodies were at 2.
Do you need
Okay.
4 stitches? You have a stitch? Did you take a stitch too?
I got hit the second round. I almost died the first. I got scarred.
I mean today. Today. Did you take a stitch?
No.
Okay. So I'm gonna take. I have 2 bodies. I'm gonna take a stitch.
Okay. So,
You have 1 stitch left currently.
Kiki, I need you to sew me back up. I fell down some
I
stairs.
need you to freak. No, I'll do my Nando voice. Giggy, come and get me. There are small young people all over me. I need you to take them away now. I'm fed of them.
Did you see me take out like bread from his buttons?
Oh,
I
that's so
don't.
disconcerting because now I can't get that out of my head.
Yeah.
I've got spider silk stitches. I am impenetrable. I am perfect.
Is that the panther dice?
Yes.
I was curious about that. I have the dragon. I thought like
It's
It's the spice of these.
I haven't got this one yet. I'm thinking
What's this?
Jason bought it for me.
Yeah, we went into town.
He also bought me new penguins.
You went into town
We went
from your
into-
place?
Yeah.
It is going into town.
Yeah, it feels like
You
it.
made it out of the hills
Well-
eyes without being killed.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest.
My
Are you
D20
gonna-
just rolled a 20.
Are you gonna use this cat for your like
Yes.
big cat?
what's the cunning again? Is that the
Yes.
diamonds or is it
Cat with
something
the
else?
dice. And then
Cunning should be either one of your drives or one of your skills.
Because they basically say
It's okay.
the first cunning you or an ally spends on this roll
It's
is
one of your
worth
drives.
2d instead of, or plus 2d instead of plus 1.
Correct.
So you get an extra dice, like a normal dice then?
Well, basically, when you spend a drive, you get a D6.
Okay.
For you, you take that skill. Anytime you spend a drive in cunning, 1 drive in cunning, you get 2 D6. You get 2 additional D6. So you get the 1 for the drive and an additional 1 because you have that skill. Which is pretty neat to spend your drive that way. But, you know, the random number generator is still the random number generator.
Yeah.
Right? Less dice means less probability of success or failure. More dice means more probability of success or failure. So it's always that balance of, do I roll 5 dice to get hopefully 1 6? Or do I roll 5 dice to get 5 1?
Like my roll? Watch.
And then it becomes abject
The question
failure.
is, how bad were you recently, and does your karma express on the dice?
Oh, yeah, do it that way.
You just lost them.
666.
Oh,
One,
Wow.
6 6 6 1 2 3. You just split the devil.
6, 6, 5, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1.
wow. All right, let's try this.
What are we doing?
They're just exercising. their
Oh,
brains.
666.
Ah, the bees.
2 4.
Now, did you figure out what
Good
gilded means? So whenever you spend drive,
Well, I see that I got 2 diamonds on.
yes. So wherever your
Green
diamond is,
hides.
it means that's a gilded skill.
Okay,
So whenever you roll a d6, one
Yeah,
of
you-
them can be gilded.
this is going to be like gilded.
Okay.
Oh, you don't have to, but you lose it?
No. So
Oh,
if,
okay.
so if you decide to spend drive
Mm-hmm.
for a gilded skill,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you spend a cunning
Mm-hmm.
for your sway. I think is the appropriate. Yeah, for your sway, right?
No, I got reed or hide, so
You got read or hide. So let's say you spend a cunning for read, right? So you get an extra d6 because you spent a drive.
Okay.
If you already have a bubble darkened in read,
Mhm.
like how many do you have?
1.
One. So now you get 2d6
Okay.
that you'd be able to roll. One of those could be gilded because your read is a diamond.
Right.
So one is gilded, one is regular, and you would roll. And if you accepted your gilded roll, you get
So
that drive
one.
back. But if you accept the gilded roll, you get your drive back. So even
Okay.
though it might be a failure,
Yeah, you get something.
yeah, at least you get the drive
So
back.
that's a lower.
So a 1 is abject failure.
Let's see which one.
A 6 is extreme success. A 2, 3, 4, and no, failure is 1 and 2. 3,
1,
4,
2, and 3.
5.
No. 1, 2, and 3 are failures. 4 and 5 are mixed success. 6 is success.
Yeah, I don't really like that many failures in the roll though. I haven't really been doing it that way.
1 is extreme
Correct.
failed.
Right, and 6 is
And
success.
4 and 5
I've
is
been
a
kind of
mixed
doing
Right, you could have an extreme failure,
And then extreme
moderate
success.
failure.
right. I've been moderating the failures based on the rolls.
That's
So
good.
mixed success being a 4 or 5 is still going to be a lot better than a 1, 2, or 3.
Mhm.
But a 2 or 3, I'm going to call either low risk or medium risk,
Mhm.
and therefore you may not do any harm. But 1s are almost always guaranteed a harm.
Yes, please tell us how.
And one of the things I'm learning to do better in my other Thursday game is that I'm going to call out more often if it's low, medium, or high risk. That way you can action economy your drive a little bit more efficiently. So if I say, oh, you're about to make a high risk, or you might say, well, I want to do a sway. And I go, well, this is high risk.
Yep.
That way you can say, oh, okay, if I'm doing a sway, I better spend some drive. Right. So it helps you gauge. Eventually that'll go away, but other than that, that's how I'll kind of narrate that out.
All right, let's play.
Yes, sir.
You gotta bring stuff.
Oh, baby.
Was that a bad thing we have to bring in?
What'd you do? Like, you make the noodles and you put the sauce in it? You make the noodles and sauce?
Two cups of music, you like
Take it from one's place.
One has rice and one has something.
It's the Indian lemon rice, which is amazing, and then the chicken tikka masala, which is bizarrely good. Like for a
Sounds good.
pre-made meal, that's
Yeah.
like $8 a pop for each one of those packages. It's only $8.
Okay.
It's so good. So, where we have previously left off, the team has managed to get established within their circle. They have met Mr. Montgomery Brookmeyer.
I
Monkey.
fucking monkey.
Yes. He is the current light keeper of the circle. And we finally named our circle Megan's Society. Megan's
Megan
Society.
Society Circle.
I mean, technically, Megan's Society is fine.
Megan Society.
The circle
we
of
may
Megan
have to-
societies.
What is your character's name?
Yeah, we had
Roscoe.
this discussion.
Niggers society.
Roscoe?
Roscoe. So, in our first case, we were introduced to the beginnings of the Candela Obscura, as Lillian, one of the light keepers, had fallen ill to some kind of occurrence. The necklace was discovered, and the charm taken back into possession by Obscura, and the thieves of the caretaker of Lillian were dealt with. This afforded the organization to give you a residence, car, I believe, correct? If you need a car as well, that you crashed.
Crash. But they
Like
said they would.
horrifically crashed.
They said they would give us another one.
Yes, and we are now aware of other organizations that are capable of helping the team, or as well as other organizations that may be out to hinder the team. So with the resolution of Lillian's circumstance, team later met Brockmeyer and learned of another challenge. The Museum of Curiosities is said to be taking possession of an item that they wish to have recovered. It was discovered the coin of Codigo was recovered, as well as finding a missing person who had been studying this coin at the Museum of Curiosities. She unfortunately had become quite mad from the interaction and was currently in a asylum getting better.
Better?
This afforded the team to go back to their residence and report their findings and contact the Obscura to report that they need a new car. And we're now being exposed more to equipment that might be available as
And
well.
after watching the other person disappear.
Correct. The person or enabler of the study has been undiscovered, or still don't know who that person was. We know that there is a possible connection of the Museum of Curiosities to a mysterious patron that might be related to the Caligo family, as well as a potential link to Lillian's correspondence with the patron of the Caligo family in regards to other relics and other curiosities that might be involved within the museum. However, it is deep summer in Newfaire. It is hot, sweltering, and the streets of Newfaire are very much in a summer mood. The opportunities that this allows to happen is a little bit more time to the circle's ability to relax, recover, and also do a little research, a little bit of study. So, going around the table before we meet Roscoe, who's going to be introduced to the circle shortly. You had some time. What would be a key thing that you feel like you would have worked on?
Exercise. I
Okay.
would train, and I have a new decorative sword that I would like to stab things with.
Okay. You train with that and you work with it for a week.
Yeah.
Whenever you are in, let's see, that will get you. Whenever you do a strike, you have an extra D6 tonight.
Woohoo!
Mechanica, what's something that you work on for a week?
I want to actually start looking through the arcane texts that we have in the house
Okay.
to, kind of delve more into some of the tablets and things that they had stored for us.
All right. So anytime you do any study related to the bleed, you get an extra D6. What do you think you get for your week?
I was going to do something similar, so we might actually meet ourselves in the library. I was actually after Miss the Miss lady who's gotten herself quite destroyed. No, not the Lillian, the one from the museum. She got herself quite
So Lady Percival.
yes, first of all, quite an damaged in her mind. I would like to research topics of people who have potentially recovered and how they may have done so.
You get an extra D6 of read tonight. Whenever you do a read. Sorry, no, my bad. Whenever you do a sense, whenever you do a sense, you get an extra D6. Strike that. Focus. Focus is analyze. Look at this, so you can do it
Analyze.
Reveal.
Inspect,
Yes,
analyze.
so you get an extra D6 for focus tonight.
I always like to think of sense as like, you feel that weird feeling? I can put something in
Yeah,
here.
it's called the sixth sense.
Yeah.
Giggy.
Pretty much after she do research, I'm gonna go around the house, kind of look for like odd things, see if there's anything that could be used for.
You have become in possession of a piece of equipment called a bleed detector.
That was where we have that. Yeah.
You find another one.
Oh, that's right. But it has four uses.
More
Four
than
uses
one
for it.
person can use it.
Right, but now you have another one.
Okay, so now just say I have
Nero. What do you think you do for a week?
So that'd probably be
Write
practicing
it down
my
as a separate one.
manual dexterity or my coordination.
There's a +1 next to the skill.
An extra D6 of control, maybe?
Control or hide, or whichever one you want. Control's fine.
Okay, yeah, let's do an extra one of control, because we'll also say,
Because I also do the shooting too. So
correct.
it's,
So you could have gone and done some target practice and other things as well. New car has been delivered.
Do I get a D6 for survey?
So the new car is delivered. Hold on, I didn't have all my notes open here.
Next, that was a good question.
What?
Kiki, bring me more things. I need to study.
That was like, do I get an extra D6 for survey?
She wants an extra D6.
We get bonuses for the bleed detector, so that will come into play.
Oh, okay.
So
You are the bleed detector.
That's
Two of them. Good job.
That means we have 3.
There's three.
We have
We
2.
already have 2.
We used one though.
No.
They're
yeah,
rechargeable.
each one they're rechargeable. So each one gets 4 uses per
day.
per session.
Okay, who gets the other one? 'Cause I know I got a medical kit. I got
That was the whole group got them. It wasn't you got them specifically.
okay. Because
That
I
was
was
Circle
I
has
had one.
bleed detectors and medical kits.
no, you said detector because I got bleed detector, not the bleed detectors.
No,
We got second one.
Wait a minute. Oh,
now we have 2.
We have an extra battery with 4 more charges. We have a bleed detector and we have an extra battery for the bleed detector.
So now we
Now
have
we have 2 bleed detectors
and one
and
shot.
1 extra battery.
And everybody has
Medical
at least one med kit.
Oh,
Okay,
we
so
all have
all
a
have
Oh,
all that.
everybody has, so we can stop Fraulein from trying to heal everybody.
Okay.
She was trying to heal somebody, like, no, we don't want to use her. And then we only had 1 kid.
I wanted to help her. She
No, that would
was
be
in
pretty
trouble.
standard, I would think, in this
Medical kit?
circumstance.
Yep.
At least one, and I'm not calling it like a giant box that a combat medic would carry around. It's a tiny little part
Yeah, and it
package
only
that you
has
carry
one bleed, one body.
either on your belt or
It's
in
got
your
like a-
bag.
It's got like
that's
a tourniquet and like a bandage.
and it's got one use.
And it only helps with one bleed, right?
One
No,
bleed,
one
one
bleed and
body.
1 body.
One bleed and one body.
Correct.
Okay, one bleed and one body. Not
Should I
And
put
I
that
was
in?
thinking about this. What I'd like it to do instead is that if you take a bleed or body and you're in possession of a medical kit, you can use the kit to roll another d6. Kind of like that better.
There was also the resistances.
Those are the resistances under your drive.
So
That gives you advantage.
okay, I thought resistances were used to negate when you fail something.
No, you
Negate
could
the-
choose to use resistance, which allows you to re-roll a failure, which is equivalent to
Resistances, On a
advantage.
failed roll, you may always spend a resistance to re-roll a number of dice equal to your action rating. If that action is gilded, you may choose one of the gilded dice to re-roll.
It's basically rolling with advantage.
When do we get those back?
I
Do they
I
reset
think it's
again?
in your circle description.
It's on resistance.
Yeah. I think it's either at advancement or if you have the resource management skill. And it might just be advancement, but I think it says in your circle when you get resistance.
Circle advancement says 1 action, 2 drive, take a new ability, or gild an action, additional action. It doesn't say,
Which part are you thinking?
Because I have a mark here, which means I
Resistance.
used one of my 3
Correct.
resistances on
so do I.
this.
Yeah.
So do I.
Which resistance?
But yeah, that I'm not sure how you get back.
Resistances are PC's way to push back against consequences anytime you don't like the result. You need to roll, spend a resistance from the pertaining drive. You have 1 resistance per 3 maximum drive. This resistance does not go away. If you spend your drive points, for example, if your maximum drive is 4, but you've spent 3, so you now have 1, you still have 1 resistance. After spending a resistance, you re-roll the number of dice equal to the rating of the action used for the previous roll. You may not include the dice from any spent drive or assistance you usually receive.
is the group.
The action is gilded. You may still roll with a gilded die. Your action you are re-rolling has a value of 0. You roll 2 dice and take the lower result. You must accept the result of the new resistance unless you spend another resistance roll again.
Right, which you can.
Carlos has 1 point in strike. He spends 2 points in nerve to roll 3 dice. Highest result of the pool is 3, so he decides to spend a nerve resistance roll.
You use refresh to get back resistance. So refresh to fill all of one player's drives or end resistances. Or end. So if you use the refresh maintenance piece of your circle. Use refresh. You guys have been using stitch. So refresh refills drive and resistance. That's how you get that.
I'm gonna use Ripple
Okay.
because then I get on my nerve.
They gave you a Phoenix V8, their version of a minivan. They
Did
replaced
that
your
just-
previous
Come
car
on,
with.
man, we're gonna be
Oh, we had a beautiful.
Velma and Shaggy and Scooby Doo.
No, it's not a 1960s hippie.
Oh,
van.
okay.
No, it is a dark,
All right,
shaded
Shag, let's-
windows
all
kind
right,
of
Shag.
van.
All right, Liz, let's go get these guys. Here's an Alex snack.
Jeez.
Okay.
Oh, I will take a professor snack. Thank you.
What'd you say the car was?
A Phoenix V8.
So it's more like the Munsters band.
Yeah, yeah. And it does, while the other ones work on a steam and coal engine, this one actually works on this new thing they call gasoline. Very rare element that's just recently been discovered.
Ah, yes. I have experimented a little bit with this. It's quite combustible.
As all of you spend the summer morning in the kitchen around the table enjoying breakfast, you've agreed that once a week you would meet, go over your notes between the two previous cases, and to keep the circle in touch with each other, regardless of Brockmeyer's requirements or whether or not he chooses to have you working on any particular case. Although this morning, as you're enjoying your breakfast, there's a knock at the door.
Yeah. Give me a minute.
You would think at that. I'm in the middle of a very intriguing thing.
We do have other servants, dear.
Yeah, I got it.
But Kiki loves to work for me.
Yeah, he walks over, opens the door. There's Brockmeyer standing there in his typical all black suit, and he's got his hat under his arm, and he's just sweating. And there's a stranger standing alongside of him at this point. You stare at the stranger, and Brockmeyer goes, hey, see you. It's quite hot. May me and my friend come in, please. So as your hump is on, usually, sorry, Roscoe, these are the things you'll have to be used to.
Do you?
As Brockmeyer comes in with Gigi kind of off to the side, oh, good, you're all here. I would like to introduce you all to my friend.
Wait.
What?
Okay, no.
Do we need to? You know,
What was that for?
I was in the middle of reading.
I'm assuming that
Oh.
this gentleman is vested with you. That we don't need to hide anything in the moment, do we?
Oh, of course not. Roscoe has done some previous work for me. He was once a member of the Newfaire police department, and he has been, well, retired, is one way to put it. He is a bit of an individual that specializes in places where a lot of you just simply can't go. Well, I can appreciate Nero's understanding of very unique personalities upon which to have discussions with in regards to certain things. My friend Roscoe here has a very influential talent with those that are a bit more hardened in the underbelly of the city.
So in other words, we could take the high and he can take the low.
Sure, if you'd like to put him in labels, if that's the way you want to exist in Mechanica, you may exist in labels. Roscoe, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself to the others.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Oh, I would love a cup of iced tea. Do you have one of those new machines yet?
I don't think we have them. I can go look. See
Oh.
We will get one as soon as you give us one.
We need an ice box.
God damn it. Always asking for things, this group. Well, I admire it. Well, anyways, Roscoe, introduce yourself.
The name's Roscoe Doyle.
And is there a
You
Favorite?
need something done, especially over in the soffit, you let me know.
purely academical? That's your favorite part of
Purely academical. What's a
area of the city.
That color your skin turns when I punch you in the eye.
That is a soft.
So that's wonderful
What is it? Soffit?
yellowish green
It's the
color
name
with
of an
what
area of the city. I don't think names have meanings all the time.
The soffit that I am aware of is, I believe, was a piece of furniture.
That would be a sofa.
Yeah, in architecture.
Well, anyways,
In architecture.
I have called upon Roscoe's
It's
particular
actually a nook.
skills to help you in your next case, upon which I happen to have some insights. I unfortunately do not have a great deal of information regarding it, but a construction company recently in the site has begun to clear out a particularly old neighborhood. Unfortunately, one of the homes is an older mansion. It's been dilapidated and vacated for quite some time. It's in the old neighborhood of the Brookhoods. If you could do me a favor, make some very subtle inquiries upon the construction company. Go by the name of Bradley Eek. It'll be located in the Nine Irons if you wish to locate their offices directly. We're not exactly sure what happened, but two of their construction workers are being treated at the local asylum. We think,
In the same asylum that we took our young friend to.
no, this one is more affiliated with the individual government that runs. We think that one of the construction workers is a family of the precepts. So, this is being looked at with eyes that I'd rather not be looking at right now. So, caution and secrecy is the utmost important. Don't move
We should keep a couple of fish water.
I'm going to take a leave. Or maybe a brain. No, thank you. Thank you.
To whom
Yeah.
did the house belong to?
We don't know. The records are sketchy on that. They had entered it to do demolition work, and the two construction workers were found unconscious.
Who owns it now?
No.
Who's authorizing the construction?
Well, we believe Bradley Inc. has been given authorized for it, but we're not sure who authorized it. Sat there for a very long time, vacant. I have been having some of the archives do their best to try to figure out if we could find a traceable family or organization to it. We've been unable to.
Yeah.
It's been recently purchased.
There's no paperwork at City Hall on the on the land.
Unfortunately, nothing under deed, title, or document has been able to be discovered in regards to the house. In fact, what's our understanding, the construction company wasn't even expecting to find it. They were expecting a vacant lot. And when they discovered it, they entered it. Two of their workers were found unconscious, and they closed off the building immediately for further investigation.
So they didn't pull permits. They're trying to do this construction work without permits.
And they did no survey beforehand. That's very curious.
For a group that hides in the shadows, you follow quite a few legalities. Anyways,
You know the rules so you can break them.
the small information that I have here, it's a small journal now. It has the information regarding the construction company, the location of it over in the Nine Irons, and of course the address and the site on the neighborhood of the no immediate rush on this. However, until I get the report back from the OUP in regards to the two that were taken to the asylum, I have concerns, but I don't feel that there's immediate threats.
Which is that?
We do not discuss those.
So we don't have access to the gentleman.
Unfortunately not. They are in the purview of the OUP.
Unfortunate indeed.
Have we had any dealings with this Bradley company before? As far as them finding arcane.
Give me a sway on that one. Medium risk.
Careful, just finger drink, Roscoe.
Yeah, risky.
Hard.
5.
Okay.
RT. What'd you get?
5.
5.
Bring me the ball.
As a matter of fact, one particular
Just
piece of
Don't sit.
information did arise when I was given this opportunity. It would seem that they have had some involvement with the construction and completed refurbishment of the Museum of Curiosities, which, as you know, the curator and provider of the Curiosity Museum comes directly from the legal family, where they get most of their funding from. Whether or not that's coincidence or not, I could not tell you. Perhaps you could find documentation connecting these things more explicitly. More importantly, one final bit of information I forgot to share. This small, humble dwelling that you are currently in, well, with the absence of Lady Percival and her being the last survivor of her circle, the estate has fallen back into the purview of the Obscura. We plan on moving our location there as soon as things get cleaned up. As we unfortunately have received information that we don't expect to recover anytime soon.
Oh, there was quite a weak point for the user. That is not a problem.
Perhaps.
Maybe we should investigate it first.
But we are already on assignment. We will have to deal afterwards.
Well-
the thing was at the Light for Lillian's mansion, not
Not
Lady Percival.
Lady Percival is where we fell down the stairs.
Well, I missed that too.
Yes, of course. That. Anyways, good luck. If you, as always, you can ring us up, a special line that you have access to. The
The lady with hats.
now your lump is gone and you wear 2 hats. Are you sure she has not been overly exposed?
It's just really
Yes, that's what it is. Well, anyways, good morning to all of you. Everything you need to know in regards to the estate, or in regards to the abandoned location in the site, as well as the 9 Irons, and the Bradley Company, and the Broya estate. And yes, this place is so creepy. And he just kind of gets up and thank you for the tea.
Opens the door, the humps on the
Yes,
salt back.
He just silently leaves as quickly as he can.
Okay, there was a lot of information coming at us really fast, so I want to get a couple things clear, if that's all right.
So the construction company known as Bradley Inc.
Mhm.
is located in the 9 Irons.
Is that your crystal
An
ball?
industrial
The
section of the
tiny
city.
crystal ball.
The Broyer estate is located in Seidel. That is believed Broyer. The Broyer estate is a abandoned and dilapidated neighborhood within the Seidel. Sidel, which
So, I
is
was
the middle class neighborhood that you guys are currently located in.
I was still writing down the 9 Irons. What was that last bit?
Briar's estate.
The Briar.
inside
Briar.
So she more
Broyer.
Lawyers.
the abandoned.
How close is that to the Museum of Curiosities?
Give me a survey, low risk.
Is the name in the book that you gave us?
One, Seidel's a pretty big area of the city. If it's located in the Seidel, it's probably based on the address they gave you in the book.
Okay, so it's in the Brockmire? Wait, that's his last
That's the
name.
construction company.
No, the construction company is Bradley.
Bradley.
Yeah.
They're in the 9 Irons.
They're in the 9 Irons. But
Briar
the state
estate is
The
in the
estate that we need to
Sidle.
is in
investigate.
the Sidear.
Sidle.
Sidel.
Sidel. And that's the abandoned estate that the Bradley company is trying
To demo,
to demo.
because they're in the process of building a new part of the neighborhood.
And that's also where the museum is inside.
No, I believe the museum is located
Oh, is that the other the estate
Museum
that
of
they went
Curiosities.
Because I have 44 Greenboro in the sidle, so I'm assuming that was.
No, 44 Greenboro on the Sidle is where you guys currently live.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's your current residence.
Okay.
So wait, we're in the old neighborhood that they're demolishing.
No, the Sidle, the Sidle is like the city of Riverside. That's what the Sidle is. It's this huge, massive middle class neighborhood.
Okay.
Is what it is. Middle class to working class is the best way to describe it. And you're one of like thousands of people that live in the neighborhood.
I feel like I should make it.
And then two of the construction people intrigued.
They were found unconscious, and the OUP currently has them in a asylum for their own protection.
And the
Not spelled unconscious for collectively. So it's like on couscous or something. like
And
that.
couscous.
Yeah. I can't spell unconscious. But I know, but I know what it means.
I wrote down a word, but I wasn't able to get the whole thought out. What's the Brookhouse?
Rehearsed. The Breuer.
Royer.
The Breuer Estates is the name of the estates that are being demoed to build a new neighborhood in
I don't know where
Sidle.
Brookhurst came from. Maybe you were thinking Breuer and Brookmeyer.
Maybe I just smashed them together. It's like I was probably trying to get all the information down at once, just smash them together. That's not the fun thing I do.
What word did you look up for?
Unconscious.
Oh, unconscious. Unconscionable.
So where should we begin our day?
First thing I did, I put unconscious with my conscience.
Your conch is not a member of this universe.
It should be.
No.
Well,
Hey, you'll know something else I learned. There's no pets.
I'm so happy with this game. I love it. Forget D&D. It's Candela. It's clear for me for now on.
No pets, so I can't have Mr.
I
Wiggins.
mean, Gigi's a pet.
Technically, Gigi's a pet, but that's almost borderline criminal.
All humans,
So.
right?
We're all humans. We're all humans.
Nobody's a cat.
Roscoe's like,
Nobody's a cat or anything. Yeah.
We're all humans.
I'm not mechanical, but that's about it.
What if we go to like the city permit place and see if there's any permit type things?
Maybe we should pull something
for the
on
Breuer Estate.
as well as on the museum. See if the
The museum is the last one.
no, I meant it's because if they've had dealings with the same people,
You're not allowed to
we
drive.
might be able to tie them together.
How can I?
Well,
I don't drive, I
it's
can't
Bradley
really drive.
Inc. has had
I do
dealings with
call-
the museum,
it's
but we're trying to figure out what's up with the Breuer Estate, not the
Keep up.
museum.
Pedro.
That's the last,
Actually,
the last.
Hey, can I call one of my contacts at PD and see if I can get any information on?
absolutely.
Okay.
You head over to the old school phone, you pick up the earpiece and the mouthpiece.
Roscoe,
and-
that is an amazing idea.
Run down.
Operator.
Wow.
No, it's
Old gold.
old school.
Some things we can also do.
Give me Riverside 578.
We can check out the
There's a click and then
census for the streets. We can walk the streets. Perhaps there are construction.
Yeah, O'Malley
workers,
here.
demolition, everything from
Riley?
there, from the
Yeah.
company. We can
Hey.
get-
It's Roscoe.
We can also.
Hey,
inquire at
Roscoe,
their
what's
company.
going on?
Oh, this and that.
Yeah, I bet. Does this and that pay well?
It does.
Yeah, what's going on? What can I do for you? And if I do it, is my favorite bodega gonna have what I need?
You got it.
Yeah.
Take care of it for you.
All right, what can I get for you?
So, the Boyer Estates in the Sidle. What can you tell me about it? There's a mansion over there.
Give me a sway,
Okay.
and this is medium risk.
What's that mean? Okay, so I get one dice.
You get meta when I say that. I'm fine with that.
It means it might be steak.
It means that if you fail, you
And
might
then-
get hurt.
I could use.
I'm so glad you're here for looks.
Should I now get? I'm just going with. Should I just use the one dice I have, or should I use some of the drives to try to
You said
do?
you have sway?
Yes, wait. We got one dice.
Is it the
You
gilded?
gotta have the little diamond building.
You do
No.
not have a little dice.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
It is up to you.
How fast do you guys go through these? in the
It,
game?
it can go by fast if you use them.
I found that both in this game and the other one, I find that they go faster once risk gets elevated.
I'm just gonna make my roll. 6.
Oh!
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah, Roscoe. Interesting. We got a call to send a wagon over there to pick up a couple individuals gotten ill. Unfortunately, got turned away. But yeah, we're heard that there was some strange going ons over there. But we haven't been able to get any of our people in there to take a look at it. Some guy that goes by the name of Joshua Caligo got involved and turned our people away. Wish I could help you more on that one. Oh, by the way, Roscoe, so you know that address?
Mm-hmm.
That whole address has been blacklisted.
Blacklisted.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
Come on, man. You know what that means. None of our
I don't know what it means. Go ahead.
none of our underdealing types are allowed to work out of there.
Oh,
It usually means crime boss or someone involved too.
Joshua Cooper, what do you know about that cat?
Well, I mean, we've got some background on their family getting involved in the recent disturbance over at the Museum of Curiosities. But that was just petty larceny, petty theft. We closed that case a few days ago.
What they steal?
They didn't steal anything. Somebody broke in, stole an iron box, and tried to do some weird kind of like sacrifice of a cat or a dog. We don't know. We just chalked it up to petty crime and we closed that case.
All right. Hey, thanks, buddy.
Bet, Roscoe. You know, I want that good green this time. If I'm going to the Red Lamp High, I want that good shit.
You got it.
All right, man. Thanks, Roscoe. And if I reach out to Abigail over at that bodega, I'm good. Yeah, the headhunters?
Yeah.
Good. Good to know. Thanks,
You
man.
tell them Roscoe sent you. They'll hook you up.
All right. Oh, by the way, Mrs. O'Malley says hi.
All right. I should have never. All right.
This game is way too designed for you.
Information to share with us.
Yeah. So apparently there was a B&E over at the museum.
Oh, you don't
Iron
say.
box was taken.
Entry. Breaking and entry. It's not bombs, breaking and entry.
If I do recall, we didn't break anything. Not really.
Hey,
Broke a
let me
window.
get out what I'm going to say, and then you guys
The
can
window.
yuck it up.
That one.
Maybe.
So
We didn't.
they
They broke
they,
themselves.
they sacrificed a cat or some nonsense. PD closed it out.
It was a young lady.
Wrong kind of
So-
kitty. No.
So that's what's going on.
You don't tell the rest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You also fill them in on
So, yeah. I feel you guys heard what happened.
Yeah.
I'll just fill you in on that.
Yeah. So
Okay.
he gets you caught up to date with what O'Malley told
Yeah.
us.
Should we inform him of our proclivity in the event?
Just know that's what's happening in the theater. Not going to be involved in this. Alright.
Well, technically, I wasn't a B&E because
We were invited.
accessed by the candidate.
Technically, it's
just,
whatever it is on the report.
We did run from the.
It just
Well, I mean, there was blood, so somebody had lost a hand or something on it.
You guys hear the door knock. Paper! And clunk.
I love the news.
Grab out the Newfaire Gazette.
I want to see my horse.
Um,
What's the headline there?
Oh, sorry. Wasn't that nice?
I mean, you can give me a focus. When you start perusing the paper,
I'm looking at it over the phone.
give me a focus as well.
Ooh, that's 6.
6.
4.
Okay. You're kind of stuck on this new comic strip called Zugi.
Okay, you
It's
can
this
have
poorly articulated like character that talks about how life sucks. So that kind of draws your attention.
And then, but because you got a 4, I'm going to set this aside and be like, oh no, read this one instead. This one's a good one. This is.
Although you're assuming she knows how to read.
Well, no, she got you got a 4, right?
Yeah,
She got a 4. You were reading it. You were looking at the pictures, and then I had you. It's like, no, read through this one. This one looks like it might be helping out. Okay. So tell me anything, information, comments that might come up. Yes.
There aren't any pictures. I like the ones with pictures.
You do like the ones with details, but I believe in you. We are looking for information.
Isn't there a comic section?
Yes, but this is not.
Can I have that first? And
Only if you can read the comics after you read the
The
article.
No, I want-
Eons are the other ones that help you.
I want the comics.
That's who gave you the tech.
I handed the other to Lady.
Right. Good old Stanley.
Yes.
I will also peruse over the section that she just gave
She
me.
just handed me section, and I went, I want the comics, and I handed that paper to Lady McKenna. I don't want that. I like the pictures.
Would that be considered making a deal? I got that guy's stuff for
Yeah,
exchange.
yeah, definitely.
Well, if there is something interesting in the comics that helps us with our test, please let me know.
I was talking about going and getting the permits or past things for building on
True.
the property. Does that
Ye-
count as discussed history?
You find an article about the chair of a group related to the primacy who has funded a new neighborhood in the Seidel running into some budgetary concerns.
Who is running into budgeting concerns?
A chairperson who's affiliated to the primacy. That's what you glean from that particular article.
Should I do focuses?
What are you doing?
I'm gonna peruse the backside of the comic area.
Or
So
just
she
the
handed
paper
me-
in general,
yeah,
or
the-
whatever
the
she
paper,
had.
yeah.
Give me a focus. Low risk.
4.
4. Comic strips are good. They're pretty funny.
No, I kept the comic.
Yeah, she kept the comic. I'm reading the other.
She wanted me to read an article, and I handed her
You're
the
reading
Yeah.
political cartoons, and she's reading the comic strips.
Mhm.
Yeah,
article. She was cartoons, I kept-
that's the comic strips.
Chairperson.
Political
related-
cartoons had art, but lots of words,
Okay.
which would give you a brain.
Now, can I keep asking questions, or do we just go around and then that's it?
It's just like RP, man.
Okay,
Do
cool.
whatever you do.
All right, so now I want to call a crime contact and see if I can get a hold to see who might be involved with the mansion.
Ooh, with that one, give me a.
I didn't finish writing the words down, so I forgot what it was about. It's like I got the chairperson
It'd be a
related to the
sway
pharmacy.
again, right?
Not this time.
No.
They're having
Okay.
Hold on.
budgetary issues.
Give me a focus for starters.
I
Okay.
half written the word.
All I get's a one die, so
It's
Okay.
5.
5. You do know of a person in the Varnish who goes by the name of Simon Catwell. Unfortunately, he does not have access to a phone. He
Okay.
usually prefers to be contacted through message means,
Okay.
through post.
A bird.
Okay. I'll write a missive.
Okay.
Just text him.
You were calling.
They have this really cool thing where you write on paper and you fold it,
Yeah.
put a stamp on
Yeah,
it, and then
that's
you have mail it to them.
But there's no post office.
Do they have-
Actually, Simon Catwell prefers to be what Simon Catwell is someone that you know prefers to be Dropboxed.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll go do that.
Okay.
I've had Apple on my phone.
Who's the primacy?
Okay, I'll go do that real
The
quick.
primacy is the government that runs Newfaire.
I'll be back. I'm gonna make contact with somebody out now. Might give us more information about the mansion.
How
So
can
you-
you contact you?
I'll be back.
Okay.
You guys watch as
I'll
Roscoe
contact
heads
you.
out.
Does I need a lift?
Have a car.
Okay. You got a ride?
Keys.
Where are you guys going?
No, you can't borrow the car. We
Drive it like you stole it.
All the Karens in the front yard.
Where did he say he was going?
So you call for the contact.
So you've got the car and you're on your way
Yeah.
to the Varnish to track down Simon Catwell.
In the back seat.
Go ahead and give me a survey so I have that.
I have lost my Gigi.
Gigi, you went with
I was
him?
like, I'm in the back seat, just like I regret my decision. I regret my decision. I regret my
Yeah.
decision.
I got a 5 on my survey.
A 5? Okay.
No, do you want me to do
I'm
another
almost
survey?
at
No.
T.
Oh, no, yeah,
The
this
one
is
I
a new
rolled.
one. Yeah, this
New
is
one.
a new one. Yeah,
4.
4. So while Roscoe's out looking for Simon Catwell, what are the rest of you doing? With Gigi. Gigi's with him.
Driving the car, right?
Is the
I'm part chauffeur.
Oh,
trying to think is the
good, I can drink.
Yeah, you're in the back. Like, open bottle drinking while Gigi's like,
So what if we talk to City Hall
to,
about pulling any
Smoked non-filtered
permits
cigarettes.
for-
Yes.
Look at the obituary
I-
in the newspaper.
I think it would be a good
give me a
idea
focus
for
when
you
do that.
two to go to City Hall and
Can't
see what
see
you can dig up.
anything. Smacking Granny.
Or
all these
perhaps-
people. Oh, yes.
Great.
Do that. And
Nothing recognizable. It's a steady list of just names that don't really mean anything. No direct correlation to anything.
yeah,
we're gonna go to City Hall.
City Hall. Okay. How are you guys getting there? Cabby.
Cabin.
Okay. So you two are taking a cabbie over to City Hall, leaving Nero and
yeah. I was wondering,
Out of here,
Elizabeth.
City Hall is where we go to look up permits and stuff. 'Cause it's
Official
about-
documents would potentially be there. Sure.
Okay.
Public records.
Yeah, public record.
Census.
That's where we go.
Yeah. Would you mind
Doesn't mean
escorting
they'll be there, but
me
sure, it's a good
to
start.
the area in which they would
That's
be
why you need me.
for the construction
There's some
workers?
nefarious shit going
Perhaps we
on.
can get a beat on the people on
Eventually
the
we have
ground.
to go over to Boyer State.
Would you be
Start,
living
you know.
on me? Or
We were given an address of this,
we were given a
Yes, you have
number?
the address in the
We're gonna-
in the dossier
from a
that
different
for
location than
we're
filing.
gonna walk over, or, figure out where it is, and, see if we can walk or if it.
Give me a survey. See if you can figure out where it is in the site. It is an address, low risk.
All right, so I have no circles, so how many dice?
2d6. Take the lesser of the two rolls.
Okay.
You can give them the help action and spend a drive if you
I
want.
have two in thought. I have
Right.
two also.
So wouldn't it be
Do
better?
you want to do the survey? See if you can find the
I don't
neighborhood.
Survey?
I just I
Yeah, you
can't.
do it, but then maybe I.
Can we
have
both
an area.
survey?
You
We're
both
both.
could try to find the neighborhood. Yeah, that's fine.
That's 6.
I got a 3 and a 3.
There you
I guess
go.
the lesser is a 3.
Yeah, 6.
3.
The neighborhood is completely unfamiliar to you. However, the Breuer Estates are an old 5-acre neighborhood that's been dilapidated for some time. It's
Shows
about
that a map shows.
yeah, it's
I'm
about
showing you now.
a,
See if you got it this way.
it would be a 10-minute cab ride or a 30-minute walk.
Do you want to take a tap? It's kind of hot outside. No, and then just swell. It's like I don't want it.
You take a cab,
Yeah,
that's a spot up.
And it's extremely hot. You saw the candle lightkeeper, so he was quite intensely sweating. I don't get that sweaty.
Yes, I'd rather not be extremely.
I'm okay.
I don't like that word. Moistitutions.
Let's just go.
Where'd you say Simon was? In what?
The Varnish. Kind of a seedy area of Newfaire.
It's very slick and shiny.
What's the worst shithole? I thought it was South Soffit. Is that the?
That's another.
That's a super shithole.
That's like the slums.
That's where my apartment is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. The Varnish would be the equivalent of. It's the downtown urbanized area of Newfaire. It's designed for tourists, but it's got that kind of seedy.
So they have the Elmos that punch you and mug you.
Yeah,
Yeah, guys
they're
just
like
like
they're like
Elmo.
Downtown Hemet.
Yeah, it's basically the central hub of downtown.
Okay.
Is what it is. But that's why you know it to be a good contact point, because that's where a lot of pickpockets, dirtbags, and people kind of making their illicit gains.
Yeah.
So you two are heading to the Boyer Estates. Okay, to check out the neighborhood that's getting rebuilt. You guys are going to Varnish. So with that roll in the Varnish, you unfortunately discover that Simon Catwell's been arrested and is currently doing a stretch of about 6 months to a year. And you're leaning out the window towards Axum. Yeah, sorry, man. I've kind of taken over Catwell's shit while he's gone. He got caught moving some stuff he shouldn't have been fucking around with.
Who got arrested?
Simon Catwell, the guy he's looking for. Of course, now he's currently looking at something else. I don't know. He's got a weird box in his hand. What's that mean? I have a box in his hand. Hey, Roscoe.
Yeah.
Simon's upstate, man. He's done for. He's serving a year.
What do you do this time?
He's moving some shit he shouldn't have moved. My child's cracker supplement.
Make it rain.
We do not sponsor goldfish.
Make it rain.
Be clear about that.
Sorry. I didn't know it did me. Oh, no, take some of I just wanted to school. Too late.
Yeah.
Tissues?
You pass them
You pass them along.
That's fine.
Oh. You're just a mere conduit.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, what do you need, man? I mean, I'm kind of keeping an eye on his neighborhood for him right now. We've been pulling this great scam with these tourists lately. We call it the nutshell game. It's fucking hysterical.
I heard about it. Well, want to know what you know about the mansion over on the Boyer Estates?
Boyer State.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about that, mate.
What about Bradley Construction Company?
Sway high risk.
Swing.
He's sweating. He's sweating. He knows something. He's gonna stab you.
What's that? What's high risk mean?
It means that if you fail or succeed, the outcome is extreme either way.
Okay.
That's an indicator as an opportunity to spend drive or whatever
Yeah, I got
tricks
you.
you have.
I'm going to go ahead and use 2 drive. I want to get some good stuff.
Is one of them gilded?
No.
Unfortunately.
Can I read his body language?
Oh, good. 6.
Yeah, you can give me a read high risk.
So 6.
6? Nice.
Well, I got a 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you ever get multiple 6s, that's an extreme success.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so
So I
keep
got a
that in
4,
mind.
5, 6. Okay.
Unless it's on a disadvantage.
Correct.
Okay.
She has advantage in me.
I got 4.
4? Okay. As he asks the question, and you're like watching him, you see a slight bulge underneath his jacket, so he's definitely packing a pistol. This, to you, you get the feeling he dabbles in lots of different things. Like he just looks like an overall shady character.
But he seems like he's panicking over this question, though, or
He's definitely taking some moment to think about.
how?
Like he hesitates at first, which tells you he probably more know than what he may be telling Roscoe. So here's the thing. Look, we all know your background, Roscoe. It's all good. But look, the family that runs that construction company, be wary of them, man.
All right.
They're in some shady shit.
Mm-hmm.
I think the guy over there that runs that company
Mm-hmm.
goes by the name of Stanley. Stanley Ubast. Stanley Ubast, yes. Stanley Ubast, he's in the smuggling game. We think he might be using his company as a cover for that. And you notice as he's like filling them in, Axum's like kind of looking over his shoulder, keeping an eye out as he's talking about it. Like he's a little paranoid. He's a little paranoid.
What was his name again? Or, I don't think,
Axum.
let's see, he didn't introduce himself or anything. So I will write that down because I didn't hear it or don't know it. So
Unless Roscoe decides to fill you in.
What's his name?
Axum.
Axel.
Accents of when they're talking.
Yeah, and especially
It's fine.
when
What family affiliate with?
if you
affiliated
remember
with?
the when we were at the museum.
I'm affiliated with.
No. What family is the construction company affiliated with?
Oh,
So he's a smuggler.
yeah. Well, the guy. Look, I can't tell you much about the family. But
Huh?
you just don't talk about this guy.
Look. What are you talking to, man? How many jams did I get you out of? Huh?
All right, I can't. Look, from what I understand, the other business they're in is they're in the trucking business.
Mhm.
Right? They smuggle things in and out of the city. I'm not really sure, but look, if you're on one of their trucks, you do a gig for them. They pay pretty good.
Mhm.
But a lot. I mean, you can make 50 Newfaires in one night with them. Well, I can't even make that in a month doing my own side hustle out here. Whatever they're moving, got me expensive.
Want some of the whiskey?
Oh yeah, thank
Yeah, no problem.
you.
just be all like, oh, that's what
Give it back to you. Oh, by the way, Featherson. It's the name of the truck company. Featherson. Featherson and Brothers. But yeah, you know, they're kind of shady too. They're, look,
No.
if you're gonna nose around their operations, you might want to be careful. Watch over your shoulder.
All right. Where are they at?
They operate all throughout the city.
They got
I
a
think
main
they're
job?
based out of the Nine Irons, though. I think that's where their headquarters are. Probably closer to the north end of the Nine Irons. Not really sure.
And Bradley they do Bradley Construction owns them too?
No, I don't think so. I think they just use their trucking to haul equipment around the city. You know, they use sites and stuff like that. Since you did a read, and while you're having this conversation with Axel, you can get focused on the read. Give me a survey, please.
Oh, I have no good on the survey. It's
Two. Okay.
not a one, but it's
It's not a defined risk. It's just that it's fine. Two. Good to know.
oh, I don't like that. Stab you.
You two pull up to you're in the cabbie, pulls up to the curbside drop off in front of City Hall. It is election year at this point.
Yeah.
So a lot of posters and polling and a lot of stuff are going on currently. You two get out of the cab and start up the stairs towards the front of City Hall. You're in the reception area. What would you like to do?
Make our way down to the Hall of Records.
Excuse me, you two. I'm. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Can I help you with something? You see the little sign here that says check in at the front? That's what I do. Can't just go
Sorry.
running around City Hall.
I am friends with the mayor, but yes.
There's my buddy Short Squat.
We wish to go to the Hall of Records.
Fine. Is there anything in particular you're looking for, so I can give you your forms ahead of time that you must fill out?
Land service.
Land surveys. Oh, yes, I've got those. She reaches into a desk drawer and pulls out a 55-page document. Fill all this out, and I can make an appointment for you.
Permit.
Oh. Pulls out like a 35-page document. You can fill all of this out, and as soon as it's all complete, I can have an appointment set for you.
Who's in charge today?
Today? I don't know what you mean.
Who's your boss?
I don't really have one. I coordinate all the appointments and see to it that forms get to the people that need it for what their purpose is. And
Whom does the forms go to when they are completed?
well, once you're filled out, I have them verified. Then I have you added to the appointment schedule. And once you're on the schedule, you can then confirm your availability. If your availability isn't good enough for that day, we can push it further out and have it reposted to a different day.
I see. And a small bag. Do you have someone available to help fulfill these forms?
Give me sway with advantage. You do not need to use resistance.
Put your hat on.
6.
Thank you.
1 moment. She gets on the phone. Hello, Tristan. Yes. I know. Oh wait. I'm going to be sending. Well, at least one of them tonight. I'm going to be sending 2 people down for you to evidently need some help with some permits or something. Oh, we'll be doing just fine for the next few weeks based on what they contributed. Yes. Okay, good. Go down to the hall to the right, follow the stairs down to the permitting office, and Tristan will be more than happy to help you. Good day. Oh, of course.
We will
Next!
follow, my dear.
Did you head down the hall? Down the stairs. You get down to just this kind of dank, musty old office space. It's an iron entry cage, and just endless metal racks, boxes, and documents beyond it. It's kind of like, clerk comes over. Yeah, something I can do for you too.
Are you Tristan?
Well, that's my coat, man. Anyways, my understanding is you already paid the bill, so what can I find for you?
We need permits and survey of a certain property.
Oh, what's the name of your property?
My dear, what was the name of the property? That was forgotten.
Royer Estate.
Oh, okay. That's what I can find. Do you know what neighborhood or area this is?
Sidel.
The Candela. Okay, yeah. He watches. He goes up and down the racks for a few moments.
We have the address, right?
Yes.
I give
So
you
he
the
gives
address.
him the address and he goes down, pulls down a couple boxes and goes through them with a wipe and puts them back.
And any other pertinent information you have upon that estate would be
Yeah.
greatly appreciated.
Give me another sweat, regular. Yeah, well,
Do I have? I'll have a look at that.
it's medium risk, so it might have value.
Show your
Good.
I'll
muscles.
just give you another. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
6.
6. All right, let me see what I can find. Yeah.
She flexes her muscles. That's why you're doing it.
About 20 minutes after he goes through, he comes back. Is this some kind of joke? You really just waste my time and put us at risk over absolutely nothing. I can't find a thing for what you're looking for.
Nothing to that effect.
We have not pulled any or allowed any permits of operation over there. In fact, I've got a note here that we shouldn't be allowing any permits in that neighborhood. It's been blacklisted.
For how long?
Last 3-4 months, maybe.
There were permits from before that?
Well, yeah, but those go back 20, 30, 40 years.
Yeah, that's
If those are just housing district permits. This address that you're looking at specifically doesn't exist. It's never been permitted. Should just be a vacant lot. Yeah, you say that doesn't make it true.
We're trying to find out who acquired that property.
Yeah, well, good luck. I got nothing in my documentation.
Do you know who owns the
Blacklisted
vacant
it.
There's two questions.
Who blacklisted the property?
Newfaire PD blacklisted it 3-4 months ago. Something to do with some smugglers that were caught on the property.
Do you have any record of who owns these supposed vacant lots?
No, nothing. That's what I'm saying. This address that you've got written down is specific. The number that doesn't exist. I can tell you the one before it, and I can tell you the one after. I can't tell you the one you gave me because it ain't in the record.
How hard would it be to rent it out?
Are you asking? Give me a sway high risk.
I don't.
This disadvantage, high risk. Ouch.
Three?
Because people don't-
Give me a moment. He walks back into the cage and he picks up the phone and kind of looks at the two of you and turns around and starts talking into the phone. He's currently preoccupied on the phone with his back to you.
Let's go.
Okay. So you two jet out of there. Nero, you and eccentric one. You arrive to the neighborhood 15 minutes later. There is lots of rope and cordoned off sections of the beginning of the neighborhood that you're in. And there's lots of equipment here, like lots of steam construction equipment, cranes, bulldozers, tractors. Oh my God, you that fucking up.
Shovels.
Yeah, like just but it's all currently. By the time you get here, it's mid-morning, so it's all currently inactive. Not much going on with it.
There's no.
Nobody, no workers, no nothing. The homes, like there's a dozen homes to the right, a dozen homes to the left, all in various states of demolition. At the end, in the middle of all these homes, is the most over-the-top mansion you've ever seen. It looks like it's hundreds of years old. It's blackened stone, and it's like middle of the morning. It's hot. There's no cloud cover, but just looking at it feels hopeless. Like you get this overwhelming sense of despair just looking at it. And where all the trees and greenery within amongst the other demolition portions of the other houses look relatively vibrant and with color. This ruined estate. I mean, the trees are all dead. There's nothing really growing on it. There's like this huge kind of stone staircase that leads up to this entrance area of the house, but windows are all blown in. One of the chimney stacks has fallen into the roof. It looks bleak in comparison, much older than the rest. And like as soon as you get out and survey, the cabbie doesn't even wait for like your money. He just takes off.
Wonderful. We just saved some money.
Did you bring a lead detector with us?
Of course we did.
Well, you have enough of them now, so you brought one with you.
Just, I feel a
You
black
can pick
portal
on
just
those
pop
this
behind my
anytime
butt.
you need something.
Yeah.
Oh, where'd it go?
I just happened to catch you while you were drinking.
No. I was laughing at
During
the eye exchange you guys gave each other. Of
Of
course. You're like, look at her. Please. Sure.
Yes, of course we did.
This is
I
weird.
just
Ranch
I reach
assignment
into my
chews up to
bag.
3.
That's what I said.
How far away is the ominous
Thank you,
mansion?
Kiki.
If you
I
ask.
mean, earlier this morning.
I was like, anytime during the game I need one of those things, I can pick up the two things total during the game. Right?
Yeah.
Okay,
You
cool.
know it because I just know you so well. I definitely
Like if
left
you
the
were to
one in
say
your
I
bag.
use my hand lockpick, that would be one item.
Right.
Or if you were to say I pull
Because I know
out
you
my
play
journal of
games.
contacts, that'd be a second item. Or if you say I pull out my my duct tape, my roll of duct tape that I use to do something with, that'd be a third item.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
And
So
I
I
know
pull
my
my
professor
howitzer
too
and-
well.
Whatever's on the list. Okay.
I say, of course, and I
Sounds
reach into
smart,
my bag,
right?
and Giggy, knowing me so well, had placed it in my
So-
bag.
A bleed detector would be the equivalent of carrying around a large shoebox
Mhm.
with a belted shoulder strap.
I have a.
Imagine an oversized Geiger counter is what it
Dude.
essentially is.
There's a sticky note on it. It says, "Please don't blow this one up."
Yeah.
I have one of those like satchel bags that like professors like carry around
Mine's
with all
just a
their like.
compass, like a
doctorate
compass
stuff.
that just points to the blue.
It's just it's in there. Yeah, it's like
So you have it with you.
Yeah.
It's not currently on.
You have to pull start it.
Oh,
It makes a loud racket. Everybody sees you. They're trying to detect a bleed over there. Look, get them.
So what are you two doing?
So there's, how far away is this mansion?
I mean, it's a good 5-minute walk to get to it, to get through all the kind of demolished houses. And there's no, like, sidewalks been torn up, the street's been torn up. The whole place is under a lot of demolition.
There's nobody around right
Nobody around. No.
the rest of the houses look normal.
No, they're all in various states of demolition.
Right, but the
The
rest of the
entire
houses look
area.
like, well, you know what?
They look nice compared to the mansion.
More
They've been demolished.
importantly, give me a sense on that one. I know what you're asking.
Oh, I was just asking if they were normal by
Right,
comparison.
give me a
to-
sense.
I picked touch.
That's a 5, and it's on my gilded, so I get one of my
Yeah,
stars back.
nice. Looking at the other demolition houses throughout the neighborhood, and then looking at the mansion, the other demolition houses look to be of the same type, and it could have been built along the same time. You get the feeling that old mansion was here first and been here a long time.
It is strange that what's what was his name?
Monkey?
I keep wanting to call him Monkey, and I'm trying not to so hard.
Brookmeyer?
Brockmeyer.
Brookmeyer?
Montgomery.
Mr. Brookmeyer had said that they could not find any information about the house because it is clearly dead and it's been clearly here for some time. I've lived in the city for a long time. How long has what's the oldest some buildings have been here?
That's a good question.
Like how old is the city? What's the oldest?
Give me a
building?
focus on that one. High risk.
Wait, where?
Cool, and I get an extra one because of what I did earlier.
Yep.
Yay! And I'm gonna spin a drive because I just gotta drive because that's exciting. 4 on the gilded, so I got it back.
Okay. You're familiar enough to know that you should have heard of this place. But you have no memory of it. You have no inclination of it. You don't ever come across anything about it.
That's strange.
Shall we move closer to take a look?
Be cautious. Would you like to use the? Yeah, you take this, and I'm going to look around. You use this.
Your hand from the blue detector.
You use this.
And yeah, she hands you the bleed detector.
There's a glowing green battery.
Now you can't
No.
have kids. And now you can't have kids.
So when you take it, it's this huge, heavy iron box with this tiny, tiny little dial on top of it with a green and red button. And there's all these kind of like copper wires hanging out the back. And you know that once you power it up, you've got about maybe 15 minutes to kind of focus on an area before the charge runs out.
All right. Well, I'd like to move closer to the house before I activate it.
Don't forget those hanging.
Hey, thanks for the raid, guys. Looks like we got
Hey,
raided by New Age Geeks.
Don't
Love these
forget.
guys.
This is a great part for them to raid on. Raid this on. Don't forget, those copper wires you have to plug into your butt.
Not.
So it goes small human.
It's a small human.
He is the muscles pet monkey.
So what? Are you activating the bleed? Is that why you're doing it?
Yeah, once I get close to the house, I'm gonna use the
Okay.
projector and kind
Alright.
of see if I can.
And
I'm
what are you
keep-
doing?
I'm keeping an eye out for people while
Okay.
he's focusing on the weird stuff that's going on.
Okay.
I have a feeling that probably got like a range, and I don't want to be like way far away. Yeah,
And I'm trying to make
Okay.
sure we're not getting caught.
Okay. So, Roscoe and Giggy. Roscoe, as you're about to talk to Axum, he suddenly gets a shocked look on his face and he just runs off. And he looks past your car on the other side as he's running off, like looking over his shoulder and running away.
Nope.
I'm gonna look.
Do you fire up the car?
I feel like it'd be a good idea.
Yeah. You hear the car fire up. You look in the direction. There are currently 4 brute-looking guys. 2 of them are carrying pistols, and they're coming from across the street, and they're looking directly at you and Axum that just ran, and they're moving very quickly to come towards the car.
I'm grabbing on the car, like on the outside of the car and taking off.
Okay, so you. Oh, you're driving, right?
No, I'm driving.
Oh, that's
I'm
right.
the chauffeur.
Gigi's driving. So as you look out, you grab onto the car and you slam
Floor it.
and floor it.
What do I need?
Okay, it's high risk, and I need you to roll control.
Don't
Because I-
total another car.
Yeah, well, let me drive it, but yeah, that's like you jinx yourself.
Thankfully, I do have a control. So, but you know, if we're going to be on more of the safer side, I'm going to drive on it just in case. Just in case. Because you said it's high, so. Oh, I got a 6 on my thing.
Oh,
Nice. So
nice.
you gun it, and as you gun it, you like spin it in such a way that
Kind of
it,
smack the people. with
yeah,
it.
you like tail towards them, and that causes them to lose their balance and back away. As the car like careens down some of the neighborhood streets, you hear bah, 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 bah. And you watch as 2 of your windows gets bullet holes as you quickly turn down the street. But as you turn and you're looking out the window, one of the cars that they came from immediately fires up and guns, starts chasing you 2. So you're currently gunning it down one of the neighborhood streets. Roscoe's looking out the back window, and Roscoe, just as you look out the back window, one of the guys in the car is chasing you, leans out with what looks like a machine gun.
Oh, no.
Oh,
He whacks
okay.
it back as he's pointing at your guys' car.
All right. I duck
Are
down,
you armed?
and what are you wearing?
Uh,
You wearing a dress, like skirt? What are you wearing? Pants? What are you wearing?
I am wearing a cloak. It's going to be naked. It's going to be an ugly naked, but
A cloak? Okay.
She's like wearing a big
Robe.
kind of like
it's a ceremonial
apocalypse
robe.
cloak.
I am now imagining the
I
guy
tear,
from,
I tear a piece of the
Outstanding.
bottom off. I stick it in my whiskey bottle,
Make a
And I'm gonna
Molotov
light it.
cocktail.
and I'm gonna use.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use my distract. Okay.
So
To throw it on their windshield, and then get away.
okay, for starters, I'll make it low risk because you've done this before. Give me a sleight of hand for starters.
Okay, so sleight of hand.
As you make the bomb.
Okay.
As he's making
Okay.
Can I at least
a
have sex
Molotov
in the way?
cocktail,
Yeah.
you're driving. Is there anything you want to do while you're driving to make it harder for them to shoot at
Hit trash cans. Just,
Okay.
yeah, kind of.
you? Give me another control.
Now, if I have a diamond on this,
It's gilded.
it's
Which means
gilded.
if you spend drive, well, keep in mind, sleight of hand
Mm,
is a medium risk because you're forming the cocktail.
Yeah.
Eventually, you're going to try to throw
So
it.
I got 2 circles and a little diamond, so I could use 3.
No.
Right?
Two,
Two.
but one is
Only get, 1 is gilded. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, if you want to get drive back.
Got it. Yeah, there's.
Oh, I don't need to do that. I don't need to get. Well, I do have drive that I can get back.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Come on, baby. I got a 5.
A 5.
Yeah.
You plunge the shredded bit of her robe into the bottle. You get the wax in there. You know, you jam it in there. And you get it into the bottle of whiskey, and you start lighting it up, and it catches.
I rolled a 6.
6. You feel her careen into trash cans, and you watch as trash cans go barreling over the car, and then the guy has to duck in. And as he ducks in, you reach back, and because she did a 6 on her driving,
Okay.
that's going to give you an extra D6 on your control as you throw the whiskey bottle.
Goes in the
Oh,
window instead.
control. Okay.
Can I at least have the moment where if he rips something, it's like now I have great legs, but no help.
And the meta pigeon says, please don't
Oh,
hit
no,
the children.
Okay. I'm gonna make sure
that's-
I get
that's
away.
the
So I'm
first
gonna,
thing to
Best distractions ever are the children.
I'm gonna
Oh,
use-
God.
Especially when they're all playing in the fire hydrant.
There's just
I'm
one
gonna use
random
one.
little old lady crossing the road.
God damn it.
What'd you get?
A 2 and a 3.
2 and 3. So 3 is what you're going with. So as you lean back, unfortunately, you feel the car kind of like,
You use a resistance.
Oh,
Yeah, use
Can he
resistance.
use
yeah, you can use the resistance
so I have
if
to
you
mark
want.
it off?
Yep.
Okay. I'll use a resistance.
Go
Come
for
on,
it.
baby. 5.
5. So mixed success.
Yeah.
So what happens is because they're dodging trash cans and you're still driving through the neighborhood,
This is why I'm chauffeur.
you lean out the window and throw the whiskey bottle. It crashes across the engine and up towards it sprays up towards the drivers. The driver kind of loses control for a moment, but then they regain control. But for them, they're now they're pulling back. They're not as close. Currently, you guys are out of immediate threat.
Okay.
You got a little bit of distance.
I was gonna say, can any of those trash cans that I was hitting, like conking, like lift them up, like go under the wheel or something? Or
I mean, unfortunately, you gave a distraction that gave him an opportunity. They've fallen further back, so you're driving.
All right,
What do you
so-
want to do while you're driving?
So can I use can I use my hide to go, quick, pull into that alley and like get behind something?
It'd be very high risk. It'd be pretty high risk.
I'm
They're not
burning
far
through
in the-
stuff.
They're not far enough not to see you anymore.
Okay,
They're
yeah,
just
yeah.
not close enough to use the machine gun.
Okay. All right, we'll keep going so they can't get the machine.
So
gun
how do you want to try to lose them?
kind of like. Because we've already hit trash cans. You made us flip. So
She's getting those like those scary memories of all the destruction.
But they're starting to recover. They're starting to get closer.
I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna straight up when they get like too close. I'm just gonna straight up hit brake.
Brake check them.
Yep.
Give me a control, very high risk. Yeah. Now you can give her the help action.
Which will
Okay.
give
So if
What's
in
the
nerve,
help
if
action?
you have any available drive and nerve, if you give her a nerve drive, she gets an extra D6.
Nerve.
Yeah, that's at the top. So you see where it says
Oh, nerve. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I can give her one of my nerves.
yeah, you can give her one
How
of
many
your
nerve
drive.
drives do you have?
I only got 2 left.
okay,
Wait a minute. You know what? This has got to work. So I'm going to use one.
so you now have
Use
the
an
help
extra
action,
die.
so you have an extra D6.
Make it good, girl.
There better be good. That's a lot of fives.
3 5s and a 1.
Okay, so 5.
One of them's gilded, right?
Yes.
Oh no, that's
No, it's my gilded.
4. I'm sorry, that's 4 5. You used a lot of dice.
So you got to use the gilded, so you got to drive back, right?
I'll grab it.
So you slam. And you feel the other car like careen into the back of you. As it slams into the back of you, gun it forward and away, and you watch as their front tire ruptured, and they and just kind of like crash on the sidewalk. You got it. Currently, no one's following you guys.
We make- We need to make a lot of like going around blocks to make sure no one's following us, and then get back to the house.
Since she's driving,
Yeah.
and continuing to drive in hopes of making sure there's no one following, you can give me a survey while she's doing it.
Survey.
Because of the fact that I got a gilded and it was the 5, does he get it?
No, you would get it because you rolled the dice. Help drives you never.
I
get
got a
back.
4. I got a 4.
4. As far as you can tell, no one's following you. After like 30 minutes of driving, going through different neighborhoods,
Then we'll go back. to the house.
Okay, so you guys begin to head back to the house.
Yeah.
You two are
Did you guys screw
moving
up another car?
quickly
Is
up
this the
the
second car you screwed up?
stairs.
Oh, we're
I
actually-
love it.
Second car.
Because I was gonna tell her slam on the brake. I was gonna say slam on the brake.
As the two of you get to the top of the
Awesome.
flight of the stairs,
Good
both of you can give me a survey.
Arduous.
I love this game. I love this system. It's so much fun.
That'd be 6.
6.
It's
Great.
cool how most of the stuff comes with that.
Alexandria, as you get to the top of the stairs and you stop Mechanicus from moving towards where the receptionist is, you can see the receptionist at the entrance. She's talking to two pretty suspicious looking people, and she's talking to them and then turns to look and then point at you two. And the two guys begin to like reach into their jackets and they're walking towards you in a pretty fast pace.
Oh, man, I wanted to throw my hump, darn.
Are there any other?
Your lady hump.
Give me a survey. as
Lovely
you look
lady
around.
hump.
My one.
Medium risk.
6.
6. Looking to your right,
Hey, man, you
There's
ripped my
one of those
skirt.
push-out
You have good
windows.
legs.
that are open just off to your right. And it's about a 10-foot drop down into the gardens in front of the city hall.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Going that way. I'll go out first.
Okay. You leap out. You leap out as well. It's
I
pretty,
look up to-
yeah. I mean, you catch her, and as the two of you start kind of like briskly walking across the city hall lawn, the two figures are looking through the window like that, and they start running as if they're going back towards the city hall entrance. You lose track of them for a moment. You guys are running, running as fast as you can.
Her heels are clicking.
Because they're not being cautious, you hear car doors slam and you hear a car fire up. And as you guys are running, are you running towards the street or where are you running towards?
Not towards the street.
Not towards
That's
the
towards the front of the building, right?
Right.
No.
Okay.
Back?
Go to the back
I
entrance.
mean, okay, we're looking for a different.
Yeah, now you're looking around. The right-hand side of the city hall goes over to a corner off the same spot, we'll say. You do see a diner and a little mini market and like a bar.
Yeah.
You could like see lots of like little retail fronts nearby.
Back there.
Because currently you guys are in the Varnish.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna.
City Hall's in the Barnet.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, this is in the Varnish.
So
City Hall's usually
yeah.
in the ship.
Well, it's just more of an urban center.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, they'll have back doors. We can
Yeah.
work it.
Okay.
And, or very surreptitiously, let's find a seat and just blend in.
The two of you can give me a high as you try to blend into the crowded streets
I have
and
advantage.
back alleyways.
I don't have to. I got a 6.
I got a 6.
Nice. As you guys find a crowd of tourists blend in, just in time to see a rather large car pull by. It's full of individuals kind of looking around, and then they point off a different direction and go a different direction. Didn't seem to spot. How would you guys like to do that?
I think we need to catch another cab. We need to get away.
Do we want to go back to the house or do we want to go back to that mansion that doesn't exist?
I think we need to get to the mansion.
You know what? I think before we go to the mansion, we need to do
There's so many pigeons flying around you guys with tourists
I'm
right
just
now.
thinking right now. No, not that. That's nothing to do with them.
No, he's just saying that loud while I'm driving. I'm like, yes, because hopefully we actually make it.
Yeah, Roscoe's got his head out the window like a dog. Hey, before we go to the mansion, we should go to the park.
No.
So you two flag down a cabbie and head back to the house or the
To
mansion?
the
To
mansion.
the mansion.
Okay.
What the heck is
That's
the
fine. Let's go
box in
back
his
to
hand?
So as you two get into the cab, right alongside you, you watch as your car from home just motors right past you.
Is that damage on the trunk?
And the rear was smashed in. The fenders looked like they were wrinkled.
The lights are dangling.
We just thought
Oh,
about it.
yeah. There's bullet holes in the back. There's bullet holes in the back window.
Follow that car.
Follow that car, Callie.
Guy's like, I don't think I have much of a choice.
Does it look like they're going home, or does it look like they're going to the mansion?
We're heading towards the mansion.
I mean, you can give me kind of like a survey to see if you can figure out where they might be going based on new information and stuff that you have. 4, they're either going home or to the mansion, but they're in a hurry. I'm not entirely sure, but they are in a hurry.
Because it just.
They see your cab follow them. They don't realize it's you. They try to lose.
Costco leans out with another bottle.
I'll get rid of these guys.
They're like, you guys all take a brain.
Indiana Jones gunshots.
All right.
There's some good dice rolls in there, man. That was a lot of high risk.
Oh my god!
So,
I'm surprised you're alive.
You guys are in the car heading towards the mansion. You give the cabbie the address. Do you give them the cabbie the address that the journal had, or just the general?
General area.
Okay, cool. That will not prompt any
Got born.
challenges
We're
there.
born at night, but not last night.
Back to the two of you. You're currently looking about the immediate area, and you're approaching the house at this point.
I want to get in front of it and kind of, once I get in front of it, I'm going to activate the detector and try and kind of look at each, what could be each room on the, from what I can see from the outside.
I'm staying with him. I'm just making sure that
you're keeping an eye on things while he focuses on the
Yes.
bleed detector.
Yes.
Okay. So as the two of you Scooby-Doo up the pathway and towards the front of the property, it's summertime. As soon as you get to close proximity to the house, you can see your breath.
Cold.
Puff of cold comes out of your breath.
I'm
Oh,
going to
refreshing.
do a sense. Let's see what I.
High
I know,
risk.
Abby normal. I know.
This would be a high risk.
I
I
have
got
tribes.
nobody. But nobody can.
Double threes. I don't know what's with the double threes.
Yahtzee!
I know you.
So you click on the bleed detector.
Didn't see the stuff.
And you watch as the
Sure.
needle,
You know me too.
it's
well.
erratic. It's not steady. If it detects bleed, it should stay within a parameter of the it's yellow. It's yellow at the front and red at the end. It should stay hovering in the green section, but it's like tapping up to red and falling to yellow, tapping up to red, falling to yellow. You can, as you breathe in the air, you look at the house and there's a moment that you think you saw a figure up in the window, but it confuses you when you look. I need you to take a brain as you look up at the window.
Okay.
You feel a sense of momentary panic begin to grip you.
Oh, the air is so much more refreshing right here.
As she says that, her breath is like ice cold coming out of her mouth. You can feel the moisture droplets of your sweat beginning to freeze on your body.
Okay. I was studying the effects of the bleed on people. Did I run across anything that happened to do with sites that were also affected by bleed, and if there was a way they were recovered, or if what happened to them?
And that one was based on focus. So yeah, you can give me a focus on that as you watch the reaction from Nero and the dramatic differences in what you were in and just walked into. Yeah, you give me a focus on that.
Wow. Ooh. That's a 2 3s and a 1.
2 3s and a 1, so it's 3.
Yeah. Tell me the damage.
It's not a matter of damage. I mean, as you think about this place and what you've just experienced, you get the unfortunate sense that a thinning might be located here, and it gives you a panic attack as you take a brain.
Oh, that's my second one. Yeesh.
I think you already took one down.
Because I had one them
She
from
had 2
Boston.
originally.
No, I had 2 bodies and 2 in one brain, and then I
You
took
took
the-
off the 2 bodies?
Yeah.
Resource management. It's a struggle.
Sorry. What caused the panic attack? My brain's also getting
Just
damaged.
the condition of the environment. This is not like anything you've ever experienced, and it's cause you to think that there might be a thinning here.
Okay.
Just
And that's-
thinking about the thinning causes a brain aneurysm?
It causing her to panic because she rolled a 3, which is a failure.
Well, see, I like to think it's like this. It's just me and Niara out here. There is nobody else around. There is possibly somebody who is watching us. There's a thing in it. And if something happens with just the two of us here, there is not much hope that we are going to get. So it is like, oh, shit, we are in a situation that if something goes bad really quick, we might disappear and become like that lady that is in the asylum now.
Or like the 2 workers. So you want to back up out of the cold atmosphere
Yeah.
section.
Yeah, so it's like, I'm like, no, I think we need to retreat and get everybody else before we come back. Come, please. Come.
Reassess.
I grab his arm. Come,
Yeah.
let's
Okay.
We're backing up, but
Okay.
I'm also looking at the detector to see if it changes as we.
The 4 of you arrived to the neighborhood. Took you a while to find it. So it's afternoon by the time you find it. Almost early afternoon. As you get there, lots of construction equipment. No sign of any workers. Hold on. No, I'm talking to the other 4, not you two.
okay.
As you arrive, you park the car, and within moments, the cabbie shows up, putting an Alexandria Mechanica out on the curb. But once again, you watch, that cabbie doesn't even tell you how much you owe. The cabbie just takes off the moment you come out of the door.
We gotta get dropped off in this neighborhood more often.
As the 4 of you see each other, like, oh, you're here.
It's not what you think. The back is not what you think.
You're looking at the parked car. You can see trash can dents along the hood. The fenders are all wrinkly.
We just
Okay, in fairness, I didn't flip it, but
Hey,
we're still alive.
she did a really good job. We've been made. They're on to us. We got chased.
yeah, so did we. On foot though.
We did push well, yeah.
As the 4 of you stand there, you don't see any sign of anybody.
No birds, no people.
Interesting. We've been
Here.
sucked in.
Give me
Are we in
a
the pale?
sense high
Are we in the
risk.
upside down?
Can I do a
What do they
sense
call
too?
it?
What are you trying to do?
Things?
Just
Yeah,
kind of
what do they
like
call it?
looking
Yeah, no, yeah,
around,
but what do they call it in the
with
city?
shadow-
Anything specific?
Well,
Trying to see if
going
there's
through
like,
the
is
The
it
veil?
dark or light?
veil,
Because
right?
you said
It's
it was like
afternoon. It's
dark.
early.
the
It's
flare.
The
afternoon.
flare.
So yeah, if
We're in the flare right
Hold
now.
on.
we're in a street area, so I kind of want to see if like there's people. Should
You can give me a sense as you look around for people. What'd you get?
And a 4.
4? I mean, 4 or 5 is a mixed success. I'll say the one thing you notice, there are no nature sounds, like no birds, no dogs, no neighborhood sounds. It's oddly quiet. And you would have also noticed that while the rest of the greenery and everything seemed normal, the mansion at the end of the neighborhood, at the end of all the demolition, unscathed, just looks bleak.
And there's none of the surrounding neighborhoods are making noise either.
Not that you could tell.
I got 4 and a 6.
4, so 6. There are no people here at all.
Ooh. We should get in the car. We should get in the
You
car.
don't see any sign that anyone's been here. Like, it feels like no one's been here for weeks.
We should check this out.
Yeah, how long has does it look like the construction or the demolition? Does it look like it's been sitting there for weeks too?
Yes.
It's dusty,
Doesn't look like no
Settled
one's been here
dust.
for a long time.
no footprints. How long ago did they say those 2 men were hospitalized?
That would have been yesterday, at least that's what you were told.
Yesterday.
But there's no footprints, no nothing.
They were discovered unconscious yesterday.
Discovered unconscious. Who knows how long they've been unconscious.
Conscious. Could have been covered in dust. Found covered in dust.
But all 4 of you are like just getting hackles on your neck.
Nope.
And
Nope. Back in the car.
Nero and Elizabeth would have mentioned that they were coming here to do their research. And you see no sign of them.
Do you see
Excellent.
footprints? Their footprints?
You can give me a survey for that.
4.
4. There are quite a few footprints. There's at least a set of them that go up towards the walkway that leads towards the front of the abandoned mansion.
Coming from another set of cabbie skid marks.
That would have been further back.
All right. I think we should head to that
I think so too.
creepy ass mansion.
So as you guys kind of gather around and start following those tracks, within moments, you see Elizabeth and Nero.
Where you didn't see us.
They seem panicked. They are covered in ice and frost, and they're backing out and away from the mansion.
Do we like turn a corner and we see them, or like?
No, you're just walking up
there's a
towards the
shimmer?
walkway, and then all of a sudden they just kind of appear there.
Like there's a
Two
barrier.
of you guys just appeared out of nowhere.
And they are now steaming as all the frost and ice on their bodies is melting.
I go up to
Know
Gigi.
where
I-
you want to be, and I point at
Don't.
that.
You dare.
I'm gonna put my hand on her shoulders. I'm like, Kiki, I need you to walk me through my exercises. I need you to walk me through my exercises. I need to breathe. I'm not breathing well.
Just stick your hand in iced tea.
Just touched her lump.
Alright.
What's wrong?
You touched her vestigial hump.
And all you hear is a
She's my assistant.
She pulls
It
it.
doesn't bother me.
It's got a face.
no. Next thing you know it, she has a hump mysteriously
Yeah,
there
right.
at some point.
Oh no, it's contagious. Circle, circle, dot, dot. Now you have to do the shot.
I can't help but laugh. You said it's got a face,
Circle,
and I'm all
circle,
like,
square, square.
technically it does have a face.
Seeing them,
Circle,
I'm
circle,
actually
life,
going to
life,
use
life,
my
life.
specialty, and
Okay.
I'm going to use my
Roscoe.
extend your senses,
Okay.
and because it gives me an advantage,
Sorry.
and I also have
Roscoe.
Cuties for life.
a diamond in sense,
Okay.
so I'm
It
going
does
to
have
use
a
that
face.
to
No, see, I know.
reveal
It's Cthulhu.
It's got a little pitchfork.
the barrier that I if I'm feeling it.
Okay, so you get this dreadful sense that there's something unique here. And you're trying to see if there's something you can spot or locate or reveal that might give you an insight into what might have just caused this strangeness. Okay. High risk.
5.
5. Okay.
Did she use extend your senses?
Yeah.
I did.
What are you trying to do?
I want to help. I want to try that. 'Cause
Well, if you want to help, you can give her a drive and let her roll another dice.
we're not. Are we in the area near the mansions where I would feel something?
You guys were coming up the garden path towards the entrance of the mansion
So no, not quite
gardens.
there yet. Okay.
And you saw Nero and Elizabeth come out of the darkened shadow of the mansion. You're not sure if they came out of just the darkness that's the mansion or what, but
The street is pretty much open though, right? It's not
Yeah.
like there's anything that's
well, and it's not really like the street you guys pulled into is like a dead end street. The neighborhood of like 24 houses or so are all been demoed, except for this one mansion. It's like at the very back of the property, so you had to walk through everything to get up to it.
Because it's not exactly a cul-de-sac.
Yeah, yeah.
I
not
was
in the
imagining
traditional
a
sense.
cul-de-sac, like
No.
if you could see it at the end and it's just like empty.
Not in the
Kind of feel
traditional
like
sense.
the entrance to the haunted mansion. You know,
Yes,
you have to walk
very
through it.
much like that.
Yeah.
This garden path that just kind of leads up to the stairs, the double doors. You remember seeing something up there that terrified you, and you got this sense of dread at the same time. So with your extended sense, as you look about trying to understand what this place
Oh,
is,
thank you. 3.
you pick up
1,
on
2, 3.
a storm cellar entrance on the side of the mansion, and the doors are open.
And he rolled.
And
5.
6 dice.
you just watched a figure, just a silhouette of a shadow, run down into the storm cellar.
Thank you.
All right, guys. I yell out what I just saw. We need to head over to the storm cellar. Someone just went in
Wait,
there.
wait, no. We need to
Don't go
breathe.
Close
to-
to that building.
I need to breathe. Just give me a sec. And I kind of just sit on the pavement and put my head between my knees, and I start.
Another rip of my dress.
I tell everybody that I saw somebody in one of the windows.
Thank you,
and-
Casey. What would I ever do without you? You are the best of us.
Nice legs there. No. At this point, I've got like nothing right there.
Just these
It
bony.
didn't take that much of your robe.
Rip
ripped the robe, and I'm all like, that's all nice legs now.
You didn't take that much. It was just enough for a whip. How much do you think is going to fit in the top of a whiskey bottle?
Oh, by the way, I'd also imagine you guys take a moment to kind of fill in each other on your pursuance and everything that led you guys to this point.
By the way, it was because I ripped a big chunk for her because she said she's cold.
No, I didn't say I was
Oh.
cold. I said it's like I need
She
you to
said
put
she
me through
can't
my.
breathe.
When you touched me, you were cold.
You think I'm cold? I am in shock. Like it will work either way.
Who's a good driver, by the way?
I have 1 point in control, and it's also gilded. So I mean,
Don't let me drive.
Jacques?
I'm at disadvantage.
So what are you guys doing?
okay. So there is definitely a theming in this building. What information would you all be able to pick up from the places that it doesn't exist, but it's here?
Yeah.
Oh,
Someone has gone through a lot of trouble to make this place not exist.
well, to be fair, I don't blame
record
them.
of it. No record of it in City Hall.
And we were attacked by looking into it.
Our cabbie just took off as soon as you got here.
Occult supplies or anything?
I was warned off of this place.
I mean, the bleed detector told you that there's an active bleed here somewhere.
It was acting around.
It was strangely, but it only reacts if there is a bleed. But you just from your own awareness get the feeling that this place is a possible location of a thinning.
I'm gonna pull out my crystal ball. And I'm looking at the place through it. I don't know how to use it.
Yeah, you just
Can I just do like, I don't think that's
that magnifies it, so I knew I
Like,
3 bleeds.
actually, as you look through it, it does the opposite. Everything's smaller as you look through it.
What is
So much smaller.
sorry, what's your name again?
The whole house is in it.
Roscoe.
It's like
Oh, my apologies, my good sir. What were you able to uncover about the company who is running this operation?
They're up to no good. Smugglers.
Smugglers.
They also got
a red-headed man.
Featherstone and Son trucking company.
Today's
They're known to
Sunday,
be
huh?
smugglers too.
Or do we know what day
Oh,
it
this
was?
is much like
That'd be the
museum.
equivalent
Do you remember?
it'd be equivalent to a weekend.
They're smugglers.
Because you
Uh,
spent the whole week, so
it's the museum.
you get the feeling
It
that
is,
this is not a work day.
And I believe when we were leaving the house, wasn't there a truck that was leaving the property?
They were moving things out of the property
Indeed.
quickly.
They
Because
were moving things that had been acquired from that property.
What did it
Most-
say on
most
the
of
And
them
you
were
would have
occult
recalled
property.
that truck had Featherson Brothers written on the side of the truck.
So perhaps we can avoid the house for a little longer, maybe, and we can go check out this company in person. I kind of rather deal with bullets than my brain exploding like this. Yes. Anyways,
Okay, but this is the case that we're on.
yes, but
We're not on the case of
she's
people
scared.
stealing shit
She's scared.
from
Now,
Miss
how does
Percival's
one
house.
throw up a
Whatever
ward?
her name was.
maybe you should just be.
How do I throw up a ward?
Are you a magician?
It says in the gear I can throw up a ward with one bleed, but I actually get the D6
Okay.
advantage
No,
for
Okay.
bleed.
a ward only, it soaks up a bleed. So if you
Correct.
have a bleed, it soaks the bleed.
Right. No one's taken a bleed.
Okay.
The bleed detector is indicating a positive possibility, and the only reason it would do that is the conjecture that there might be a thinning nearby.
I think we're in the thing.
I'm looking at my crystal
Yeah.
ball trying to find the thinning.
I don't even know how to roll for you.
Hey,
No
buddy.
connection.
Hey, I don't know what you want.
It doesn't matter.
Thank you.
I just use my senses,
Is there anything in the box?
show that
Schrodinger's cat.
nothing breakable.
I saw somewhere going into that cellar, and that is where my senses say we need to go.
Yeah, quick.
Okay. I'm gonna head towards the cellar.
Okay, you feel the barrier change. Like as you step into the shadow of the house, it's cold. You can see your breath. At that moment, you guys no longer see her. She's gone into the shadow.
I follow.
I follow.
Okay.
I did something similar. To be honest.
She really is an idiot.
So nice
Turn
in
on
here.
the engine, drive forward. I'm like, you know what? If anything,
So is everybody going in towards the house at this point?
I'm going to be holding on.
Rubbing it like a genie.
Okay.
oh my gosh, woman, that is not how it works.
My crystal ball.
I'm kind of hiding behind
Shake
Giggy.
it like an 8-ball. Let's see if that works too.
I'm hiding behind Giggy and kind of pushing her forward.
Out, nails, nails.
Give me control as you do that. High risk.
And then I'm going to grab Miro and I'm also going to pull him in front of me. So I have a human shield on both sides of me.
A 1.
Do I break it?
So as she's like convinced that this crystal ball is a solution to all these problems, because of the brittleness of the cold, she rubs it too hard and the whole thing shatters in her hand.
Oh,
And her hands are filled with glass slivers as you take a body.
I told you it wasn't an 8-ball.
And now her hands are just pouring out blood from these
So we
dozens of cuts into her hands.
medical kit.
Where you going?
That will give you a D6 to see if you can minimize that outcome. So as she begins to treat your hands, give me a D6.
I'd use for a kit.
6. You still take a body, but we'll say that the crystal ball cracks in your hand. So it's still in one piece, and it's a small hand cut that you're easily able to expend the medical kit on.
Well, the
Still
medical
take a
kit,
body.
does that mean that I get a body and a bleed back?
You get a body back.
Okay.
You get your body back, but you're still considered injured.
So
We
it's
have a body
hers
and a
is still
bleed
good
for
for
a knife.
bleed.
What do you mean?
It's good for a body and a bleed. Both.
You said
Okay.
and
Right
not
when
for.
you take it. You
Oh,
just
he was saying that we were doing it for a
It's one
different,
or
one or the other.
and it also only works if you take it.
Right.
In other words, you just took a body, therefore it gets rid of the body. Is what it does.
Bow body. Bow body. What's the B stand for?
But the D6 allowed you to maintain the crystal ball without it going into pieces. But your hand is injured, meaning you will have challenges
Well,
and
which
your
hand?
risks go up. Your right hand. Your risks go up
Abby, normal, no.
as all you stand in the shadow of the house.
Man.
You can see that it's a
Wrap it.
two-story structure with a couple of like towering verandas that are like leaning in different directions. A chimney that's kind of collapsed in on the roof, and you guys can see on the side of the house the open cellar doors that Mechanica's
And I
pointed out.
bring out my pistol that I have in my reticule.
Okay.
And I walk in first.
So you're heading towards the entry of the storm cellar.
I'm not
Okay.
even 100% sure this building is even here. Maybe this is in some kind of risk. And what if we go in?
Roscoe like walks by. Good job.
I've been wanting to do that for 2 hours.
What if we go? You haven't even been with me for 2 hours.
What's that tell you?
Snap out of it, woman. We have a job to do.
Yes, I understand, but what if we go in and we never come back out?
Like as you guys gather towards the storm cellar entrance and biting her hand and getting closer towards it, you hear like boxes tumbling over. Like somebody just moved around down below in the storm cellar.
Which obviously means immortal if they're able to move things.
Oh, that's gonna be fun if he chokes on a balloon, honey. You're gonna have to take that away from him if he's biting it.
Hi, buddy.
It's
You
still,
didn't pop
it's
it.
still not.
Huh?
Hi, you didn't
Hasn't
pop
popped
it.
Yeah, but if it pops, it goes down his throat and he chokes. So I'd appreciate him not biting the balloon.
Okay.
I was just keeping it up because he was like,
He's
the
not playing
balloon.
with balloon right now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Now we got box.
thank you.
But we like box. Box is
I've seen that PSA, and it's true. It happens. Just say.
Thank you.
Here, put it on top of the table.
Thank you.
That's it.
Now he's gonna cry.
Red
No,
hat.
he's got plenty of other toys.
Oh yeah, now he's gonna say it's a plastic bag.
Like I said,
The survivability rate around you is
Give him
really
some.
low.
Give him some duct tape with that bag. Tape it around his neck.
like a bucket of
Like, yeah.
He could play Scarecrow.
Like I get home and he's playing with a plunger and it's
Yeah.
sticking dynamite.
Now he's playing
He
with the
can-
crystal ball.
He could be like my kid, sticking like pulls the plug half out and then lays a key on it.
Oh god.
And when I
Is this the one that went on to be a solar engineer?
no, he's the
Oh,
Marine.
Okay.
So what does that tell
There
you?
you go.
And so I hear him cry. So I go over. Are you okay, buddy? And then I see that the plug, and I pull it out, and the key's welded
To the plug.
to the plug. That kid tried to kill himself so many times, dude. So many times. First kid, no problem.
You know,
Anyway, sorry.
he's
No,
gonna
that's fine.
be the kid that pees on the electric fence. Watch, he's gonna pee on.
That'll cut you off midstream. Okay.
Yeah, well.
Or it will
It
make
turns
you-
into steam.
Because I went through a paddock one time and I was squeezing through the fence and I didn't know that it had the electrodes on it.
Yeah.
And that thing hit me and I was like, and I'm stuck between the fence. I'm like, the whole time. To get out
You
the
went,
other side.
you went full on 1960s
Oh,
cartoon.
dude, yeah, it felt like that. Did not feel good, man.
So as you guys stand at the top of the cellar door, the stairs, you just heard like somebody moved around down there. And it is pitch black when you look down into the cellar. You pull out the flashlight out of your bag and the light doesn't really penetrate very far in.
is that supposed to happen? Is that supposed to happen?
I'm gonna smack you.
So, Mechanica, you start going down into the stairs.
I'll go down first.
Okay, you and Alexandria start walking down the stairs.
I'll go in.
Roscoe bringing up behind while the others
I
are
pull
kind of
my
like
40.
watching you
Everybody,
go in.
I got a plan. We leave.
Somebody control her.
So the three of you get down to the
You
bottom of
push
the
her down the
stairs.
stairs.
Again?
Just
It's
so comfortable, just like
A
that.
lot
Like, you'll
colder
be
down
fine.
here.
You will be
A lot
okay.
colder. Your head bumps into some frozen water that's turned to ice.
Oh, popsicle.
There's
Tastes like
Handy tech.
iron.
like
Touch it with-
you could see boxes
Happy
that are
normal.
spilled open, filled with stuff to keep things safe, like packaging, but no objects or items or anything. Since the three of you went down, go ahead and give me three of you can go ahead and give me a survey. Each of you give me a survey. High risk.
4.
Okay.
4.
Okay. 2. So as the two of you something that seems odd, and the two of you stop to look, and there's like a flash of a shadow, and then you watch as a huge stack of crates gets pushed over on top of Mechanica. It crashes down on her, and she gets knocked underneath of it. Take a body, and you hear this like clicking sound on the ice
From above us or on
in the
ground?
room.
Oh. Oh wait, no, they're. I was like, where am I? I was like, am I in the room?
Yeah, the
with
three
them?
of you are up top. You three are up top looking down in the storm cellar. And then these three are inside the cellar. And
Yeah.
something just shoved over a stack of
Turn to-
onto Mechanica. They're up at the top.
What's Carolyn's character's name?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Stay up at the top of the stairs and make sure no one shuts the door on us.
I can do that. I can do that. I'm like paying attention to everything else.
I'm gonna.
Did my mechanical arm take some of the brunt of the
You can still take a body.
No, did not. Unfortunately, you were not prepared for that to happen.
I'm just gonna.
I want to point the bleed detector down the.
It's all the way in the red.
Okay. Danger.
Where's
Yeah.
Does the flashlight? Does the flashlight
No,
work down here?
Sebastian. No, I'm not going to do this because this will go on for all night.
She's gonna hand you all the figures.
Go play something else.
Um,
Go on.
while I'm up there, not only am I looking
Sebastian,
to make sure
no.
nobody
Hey, Bess.
closes them
There you
in
go.
there, I would also like to look around to see if there is something to lock the door with. If they run out and we have to close the door quickly behind them.
You give me a. You can give me a sense.
Sense.
Oh,
Does
you
the
roll your
flashlight
eyes?
work down here now that we're down here?
Barely. Like it barely gives off about 5 feet of radiance as you luminance as you look around.
That is
And me-
3 threes.
What if I put the crystal ball in front of it?
I'm going.
It's a little brighter.
Wait, there is no
Flares.
crystal ball. It broke.
It's cracked.
So now it looks like
Oh.
a disco ball around.
Oh, there.
And as your light points, there's a silhouette of a shadow that skitters in front of the 3 off into the.
What did it look
dark.
like?
You can give me a sense. High
Sense?
risk.
Oh no, hell no. Never mind. Because I have nothing on sense.
Yeah, it's roll 2, take the lower.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do that. Hell no.
Well,
Oh,
can I, since I have advantage?
I mean, you never know. You guys
Go
all
ahead.
3 saw it.
yeah, go ahead. Whoever's got the sense.
I have no
Use
sense.
that.
Oh,
I got no
I have
sense.
no sense.
Well, I was gonna say, can I? Because I'm just gonna basically kind of pat her on her back to give her some comfort and start walking down.
Okay.
down.
Okay.
6.
6. As the 3 of you look and the light goes across the shadow, this
Yeah.
gangly creature looks human at first, but the hair is like long and kind of all matted over its face. Its green and yellow eyes kind of look at you as it skitters across, and its strange looking teeth kind of grinding, making like a clicking sound as it goes by. Like runs deeper into the darkness of the storm cellar.
That's like what happened to the lighthouse keeper when she was infected.
Not the keeper,
Not the keeper was
the maid.
The maid. Oh, that's
Oh,
right, the maid.
thanks.
Yes.
What you guys saw anything?
And every now and then you just hear,
Thank you.
As you-
I'm gonna eat that.
see Gigi come down the stairs, you hear.
Can I use my extend your senses?
Sure.
Can I hear that?
No,
Yeah,
if you're
it's
not in the
weird.
storm cellar.
Okay,
you
so I
hear
can't
it.
hear it from up top. Okay. Yeah, I didn't roll very well, by the way. I was 3 threes.
What were you rolling for?
I don't know why you had me roll for
You were-
Oh, for
sense.
sense.
were
You
looking
could
for
not
something
find
to,
anything to
Yeah.
help keep the door
Lock the
open.
door,
Yeah,
okay.
there was nothing. There's no chain, no latch. Fire. That's my fault. I forgot to resolve that for
Sorry.
6.
you. 6.
Yes.
Okay. You kind of like look past the fallen crates where Mechanicus has gotten up, and the 3 of them are staring off in the darkness. The 3 of you notice Gigi down there now, and as you look, there's a crate to your right that has the Bradley ink insignia on the crate. And there's like some strange stenciled writing on it as well.
Arcane?
No, I mean, it's a strange language. I mean, you can give me a focus and see if you can make sense out of the language.
Let's try that. Well, you know what I'm at.
Is the crate is that one that fell on us and
No,
smashed?
no, this is one. In fact, as she points it out, the crate looks different than the other ones here.
5.
5?
Yes.
It's not written in Newfaire.
Mm.
It's written kind of similar to the language that you remember running into at the Museum of Curiosities.
Okay. So,
No.
what would you call it then? It was like
Some kind of Cyrillic writing. You're not really sure, but you remember seeing it at the museum.
I'll just say I seen you before, but how do you spell
Okay.
Cyrillic?
CYR Cyrillic. CYRLIC, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you even gave me a word that I had trouble.
Well,
It's
Russian.
Slavic.
yeah.
It's Slavic writing. It's always a good go-to for funky writing.
This isn't like the same
Cyrillic.
type of writing that was on like the cube thing or
It's
the
CYR.
necklace.
Not the necklace, but on the
LLIC.
iron box that you remember seeing the Lady Percival interacting with.
Same size or no?
No, it's like it's paint stenciled onto this box, almost as if it's on there as a kind of
It's not an
ward.
onyx box like last time. Okay.
It's
Guys,
a wooden
Has it
crate.
been opened?
It does not appear to be opened.
there's a box over here. It's got writing.
There are a lot of boxes in here.
Thank you,
I'm trying to
muscles.
find
How
And-
big is it?
It's large.
Okay.
Yeah, it's it's
Human
4 foot
size?
high, 3 foot wide, just
Okay.
like a large moving crate.
I'm pulling
Okay.
out the sword.
Okay. Get it ready. Meanwhile, all in the peripheral of darkness.
Trying to track it with my sword.
What is this thing?
You can give me a survey as you try to track it.
I would like to
High
do
risk.
something up at top, if that's all right. Could I have taken some lab equipment?
Sure. What did you take?
I would like to make a flammable substance because I think this house is cursed, and when they come running out, I want to be able to burn it to the ground.
Okay. You start putting together your version of Greek fire. For shiggles. Medium risk because you're at least good at this, but you're also terrified right now.
I'm using my special.
Give me a high. Oh, that's right. Well, your specialty gives you what?
It allows me to, with lab equipment, I can make acidic, explosive, flammable, loud, heat inducing.
Right, allows you to make it. But I need to give me a high because that's sleight of hand as you assemble the chemicals.
I have nothing in mind.
So two take low increase.
I'm going to send through my drive.
Okay. It's medium risk. Two drive will give her 2 dice.
Drive. 5.
Okay. So you're assembling it. You know the other 4 are down there. And you're yeah, because it's good for 15 minutes. It's on its second charge. And the needle doesn't even fluctuate in the red when it comes out. But it definitely points towards the crate that they're all currently looking at. She's keeping an eye on the creature that's making the clicking noises around him. Roscoe, do you have any weapons or anything? You have your gun out. You have your gun out. You're over by the crate. The door has been open. And now you watch the Nero come down. Something jumps out at you. Give me a control. As you sorry, sure. Go for it. Yeah, 4 cylinders. So you deflect something and it sparks. Like you see a hand come towards you, the blade comes up, and there's like a blue, spark as it skitters away. But I'll say because you slowed it down with that mix of steps, you notice that it was wearing patterns of turning. And then you're dragging it out.
You see anything on him? A necklace, a piece of jewelry, something like
You got the blue detector. You're picking up a light. No one else. Just hear it.
Wait, didn't you say only he hears it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
I'm gonna know. Just double check it.
focus on where the sound's coming from. High risk.
You already have that one.
Oh, I crystal ball.
Three.
Crap.
I know, like you point and look towards the crate. You get the feeling it's coming from the crate. The intensity is getting to give you a headache. Like you're getting a severe headache. Your eyes are kind of showing stars. There's something about that crate.
I can get into that crate. I don't know what them. I don't know what those letters are.
Muscles.
If we all work together, we can all get it out of the
No, it's a large crate. It's a moving
It's
crate.
gonna take all
4
of
feet
us.
tall, 3 feet across. It's a traditional
Can I look for a
dolly.
dolly?
Yeah, you can give me a survey.
I'm going to. I'm going to take something and I'm going to throw it like toward the other side of the room
Okay.
to try to distract this thing so it gives us time without being attacked.
You can slide a hand. You should do that. Low risk.
5.
When you throw an object, you hear the creature go chasing after it, which frees you up to go grab the dolly, grab over this huge dolly that looks like as you grab it, there's blood all over the handles. And you're like, yeah, it's gross, but you're like,
Did he hit it?
do you have any tablet frustrations?
I'm trying to put the lid on
Or I
the
could
box.
just do something I'm already used to.
You go to try to cram it underneath? Okay.
No, I don't physically
Um,
touch it. I don't want to physically touch this thing.
Yeah, I'm going to call that finesse, so give me control. High risk. Control.
And I want to help her by using my mechanical hand to help her.
You want to give her, if you do that, you have to spend a drive.
I will do.
Okay? If she's spending a drive, it gives you an extra D6, but this is high risk.
This is high risk.
Yes.
I'm still. I don't think it's
Okay. Okay. You manage to get the lift of the dolly underneath, and she pushes the box just enough to get underneath it. For the two of you, you kind of lean it backwards. And as you do that, there's something moving inside the crate. And as that happens, you hear.
Usually don't let the good thing. Now it's not a good thing. Let's go.
It's 7 stairs out.
All of us need to help pull it out.
Help me! No, try to get over my chick. No. No.
So, are you guys all trying to get this crate out?
I'm going to use. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'm at the top of the stairs, holding my.
I'm going to use my.
All right. So you two, Nero and Alexandria, are covering whoever's trying to get the crate out. So I already know that you two are controlling the crate, but it'd take at least one more person to help steady it and get it out.
I'm going to use my.
She's up at the top mixing her fire.
I'm going to use my burglary tools. We'll have a rope in it.
Okay, yeah, I'm okay with that. You'd pull out a bundle of 25 feet of rope that you'd have tightly corded up and ready to go.
Right. And then use that and string it up top. So
Like
we can help
Like
pull it
Okay.
up.
Pulley up.
Give me, that's going to feel
It's like sleight of hand.
yeah, give me a hide. High risk.
Sorry. Okay. Hide, high risk.
Correct.
I'm going to go ahead and use one of my
I'm actually, I'm gonna give
Drives
him, if he's
to
helping us with that, I'm
do
gonna.
that. And,
Okay, and Gigi is giving you a
Oh.
dice
Okay.
as well.
So and that's got a
Star?
star
Or a diamond?
diamond.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, so I got a 5.
Okay. Is your gilded a 5?
No, it's a 2.
Okay. So you get the whole time that you guys are watching him bind the crate to the dolly to help it be easier to force this thing up. It's talking the whole time. I'm just saying.
Shut the fuck up! No.
No, I just wanna. I'd be ever so grateful. I can grant you wishes.
So could a
I can-
goldfish, but
I can make all your dreams come true. I'm just.
if you're dead inside, there's no wishes.
And it's like as the three of you are doing, there's
No.
enough of a crack like in the boards of the crates as it
That's how
kind
it
of
works.
twists and moves. Every now and then you swear you see something like
If there is an
looks
eyeball, I'm just like,
like-
no.
That's
So
all
you
you
two are keeping an eye on the darkened cellars. They're pulling the crate out at this point.
Okay.
And you can hear it. It suddenly you can hear it scraping like it's coming towards the opening. And you can see the kind of wraith-like creature wearing the remnants of construction gear start to, and it sprints towards the two of you. What are you doing?
I fire.
Wow.
Give me a
That was
strength,
impressive.
strength, and then you're
I think that's an
shooting.
automatic hit, my friend.
Yeah. So you give me a control. Give me a control, and you give me a
We
give me
should
a strike.
practicing safe
That should be an
attacks.
advantage roll because she did
Yeah,
that.
give me a control and a strike. This is high risk as well.
Using another drive.
You guys are so goofy. I love it.
I think that's just 3.
Oh, 6 on the gilded.
Nice. Get a drive back.
Mhm.
4.
But it
Don't make
wasn't
success.
It was like still
The crazy
But I
part is
think
that's a
that
1 and a 2 along the 4.
You still get your.
4, do I get my drive back?
Is it your gilded?
It's my gilded.
You do get your drive back. You feel the creature kind of slam into your shoulder and spin you around as your blade kind of flattens up against it. The creature comes full force and upright towards you like it's trying to claw at your face to get up, and you take the shot. Watch as the head explodes like a melon. The creature just drops unmoving to the ground.
Mashed
It's blood squirts into your mouth.
You just saw all
Feel
that
it
happen.
change.
Uh-huh. Are they out yet?
You're in a panic state.
Are they out yet?
I need you to
they out
give me.
Okay, well, you said that there's a small crack. Can I just put a piece
You're
of cotton?
dealing with the fact you're holding a dangerous bomb in your hand.
Uh-huh.
I need you to give me a control.
Please.
Okay.
I have control on gilded, and I have
It is
one
your-
drive left.
You have, it's in your main thingy too. Thank
Yeah,
God.
yeah, but I only have 1 point in it, so I'm going to. It's a gilded die.
Please, Master, don't kill us.
I'm spending my last drive in
Okay.
nerve.
Wait, if I see her, can I help? I don't want to die.
I mean, you're concentrating on getting the crate out with Mechanicus and
Can I just
Roscoe.
shout at her to focus? Like, stay focused here.
Unfortunately, it was the gunshot and watching something below that's distracted her. I
There's
mean,
no helping.
It's 4 on the gilded, so I get 1 back.
yeah.
Hmm,
It's a mixed success. You stumble a bit as the crate comes out.
no.
You manage to hold on to it. You two are still down below. The creature is just on the ground, unmoving at this point. And that's when, like, off in the distance, you can hear, like, dozens of...
I think I found the rest of the construction crew.
We should go. 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 At this point, if we're up the stairs, can I just start rolling this thing to the
Yeah,
car?
you're like, the three of you are, like, kind of chunky monkeying it, like, down away from the house as you're trying to get towards the shadow barrier to get out and away.
Double time it, people. We
Let's
need to get out of here.
So as everybody else is out,
Are you blowing up the house?
you watch Nero and Alexander come out of the cellar at that point.
Everybody's out.
Everybody's out.
Okay.
And as you look, you see dozens of eyes begin to.
Check it in.
So since you're throwing it in, and they're all out, that's still going to be a control.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I got more. You know what? I'm gonna.
Is there anybody who's better at control?
I'm gonna
that would
help
take
her
it from
sleight
me?
of hand. I'm gonna give her.
a drive.
I'm
I'll
gonna
give
give
you
her
a
a drive.
Okay, so Roscoe comes running back, seeing you getting ready to throw, but the terror on your face. So he's giving you an extra D6,
I'm
Okay.
giving you a drive.
and
Yeah. I'm not
as
giving
she
you a
comes
drive.
running out and Nero come running out,
So.
they're each giving you a drive.
You got this, Professor.
Ah! Oh my god! Oh my god! There's 2 1s, a 3, but a 4.
A 4.
You can do it resistance
fire
too.
or six?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
resistance.
Yeah,
Do
do
a
a
resistance.
resistance.
Do a resistance, but it
No,
can't.
wait.
You
You,
can re-roll your gilded.
no,
Okay.
but if it's you have to
Take whatever the
You don't have
take
reroll
whatever
is.
the reroll is. That's the
I
only
I have a
problem.
mixed success.
Yeah, it's a point of a resistance.
It's
You're
a mixed,
re-rolling and you're
Yeah.
taking whatever the reroll
Yeah,
is.
whatever.
Sorry,
reroll
that's-
is.
it's a mixed
I don't need
success
to.
right now.
Yeah, it's mixed success. Let's
Yeah.
keep it that way.
Keep it
Okay.
that way.
I rolled
So
2 1s. I don't want to risk that.
Roscoe and Nero and Alexandria, just as you are startled, you truck it down there. They close the doors,
Okay.
and you guys hear this muffled. You can hear screeching and yelling creatures. Flames are now licking at the storm cellar doors, and there's banging. But the banging is causing the doors to partially open. And you see claws coming out like they're
I
about
couldn't
to
find
escape.
something to lock it. I couldn't find something to lock it. Something. Do you have a sword or something to
A board
lock it?
anywhere.
You watch as Alexander jams it in between the metal handles, and then it's jammed.
Run.
Run!
As all you start running, you all crash through the shadow barrier. And you're back in, it's midnight as you come out.
Wow.
I'm not
And
going
you're
to.
like, it's warm, it's humid. You can feel all the coldness on you melting away. And you also notice you don't hear the voice in the crate anymore. And you rattle the crate a little bit, like setting it down.
Yeah,
and
buddy.
it sounds like a heavy statue kind of like banging
Oh,
around.
good. So
inside the crate.
It kind of went inert.
Yeah.
Names the city.
And as you look back, you're watching as the house is just getting
Collapsing.
consumed
Hey,
and
hey,
collapsing in by the fire.
Gigi, my tea, please.
You guys load up the
Hard
crate.
tea.
We look at the
Ah. My
statue
thanks, Maria.
inside there and find out that the name on the
Are you opening up the crate?
No, no, no. I
You
would
okay, buddy?
move.
It sucked. Two claws just grab your head and yank you in.
No, I was just gonna say.
No, no, no.
that the name
At
on
this
the
point, I'm
box
taking
was
this thing
on
to the van. I'm just.
So you guys load it up in the car and head back?
Yeah. And we're calling our friend right away and going,
Since
come
you're
and wrap
driving,
this thing up.
And everybody else is kind of, just kind of back there in the it's a little cramped in the back because this huge moving crate's like half sticking out.
Yeah,
and-
because we can't open the trunk anymore.
Yeah.
We could. I got my
No.
crowbar. We can open the
The
trunk.
doors are inward and it's holding it
Yeah,
like
and you're like driving. You need to give me a survey while you're driving because you'd be very much looking at the street as you're driving. It is midnight, it's late at night.
I would like to give her one of my drives.
Okay.
I've been like, I would like to do this, but like, Gigi, I need to get home. I need to get to home quickly. And I pull out the map. Follow the routes. Yes, my God.
She acts like this is the first
You
time
watch
I've driven.
Gigi leans over and opens the door. Four? Okay. You kind of drive enough to where you get to the outskirts of the beginning of this neighborhood.
Mhm.
And as you're driving away to your right, coming from another section of road, you watch as 3 trucks pass you. Just as you're just kind of nonchalantly driving and just keeping it straight, you look over and each one says Featherson Brothers, Featherston Brothers, as they
And
kind
that's
of
really bad for the
pass
body.
you like they're going from the direction you guys just came from.
Yeah.
And as you drive, 15, 20 minutes later, pull into the driveway.
Pull
You
backwards.
guys are
and-
back at the residence at this point.
Do we have a garage?
Man, I lost my sword.
Okay.
It's detached, but you have one.
Yeah, we'll
No,
take
I'd
that in
say-
the house.
Yeah.
We'll get
with
you
us
a
so
new
that's not to be
sword.
seen.
Okay.
Look at this. You got
So-
guns of ammo. You don't need a sword.
You covered your crate.
I need
protein.
a sword.
Back
You're
at the
protein.
residence. So let's go over your circle to resolve how the case went and see how you did. So first part of the question. This game so much. I almost killed at least one of you tonight, and that was just okay.
Came close.
So, did you contain or destroy a source of bleed?
I believe we did
Yeah.
destroy a
I
house.
believe we did.
Yeah.
I would say that you've come to the conclusion that the house was the source,
Yes.
and it was interacting with things that were being stored there or visiting it, and the house was burnt out. So I'd say that's a yes. Did you provide comfort or support for those affected?
I put a
I
cloth
put one
on
in
their shoes.
I'm okay with that being a yes as well.
My hand got cut.
And obviously, did you bring something of importance back for Candela?
Yes.
We'll
Yes.
resolve the next time we meet. So that's 3 yeses. Now, go over your keys. We'll start with Nero this time. Nero, on your keys.
Do you feel like I sought out a real magic in using the detector on the house?
Yep, I would agree with that.
Okay.
Totally didn't act bizarre whatsoever. Especially for the poor man.
Yeah, you
that
kind
was-
of didn't. You were actually kind of
No,
normal.
no,
the whole
because
thing.
the
Oh, interacting with your. See,
Uh,
that feels like a fail-safe. I don't know if I want that to be a
But
key.
I did actually. I extended my senses though, but technically I did collect an oddity. That
Yeah,
was
you did.
yeah.
Yep, I'm good with that.
Did you? add
I was
bizarre-
constantly trying to mentor
Okay.
people.
I always
You
had-
did
I referred to my research from several
Okay.
times,
I like that.
and I attempted to make plans that were terrible.
Only need one.
I like.
And at the beginning, I was going through some of our arcane texts.
Yep. Okay. Roscoe, anything?
I made a couple deals
you
for
did?
information.
Yeah, you had contacts and deals. Alexandria, anything for you?
I ran into danger.
So that's an additional 4
Yeah, I need.
on top of your 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No.
Oh, okay. That's
Come here,
it's
buddy.
3 and 4 if every player. does.
Correct.
Oh, yeah. We don't get
Not one for every
So you
player.
get 4 for your keys, and then you get 3 for the questions. So it's 7.
So 7.
But we should have more of those things there because now we have another player. Because
Uh,
those are based on how many people are actually playing.
No,
No.
what is
The
no
resources.
No.
Your circles, whatever.
No,
size
no,
your
not the
circles.
circle stuff. The
Question.
resources?
not the
no.
resources.
So your stitch and refresh and train will go up by 1 because you are now 6 players.
Yes, that's what I was
Okay.
trying to
Yeah.
say,
Okay,
but
cool.
was terribly bad.
Terribly.
Cool,
added.
cool.
Because I went from one subject to another, but my brain went there. So
What's up, Bubba? Come here.
You want some picture?
Oh, he's Mr. Energy tonight, isn't he?
It's like if it's red, I want it. If it's
That's ready. Ready? Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up.
so just for context, how weird do I gotta get?
I mean, the hump feels like a gimme.
Well, no,
I
that's I kind
mean-
of figured it. The
I
hump
mean,
is just an
watching a
illusion.
female lurch drive a car through trash cans and being chased by another car is weird enough. You know, but
you
you
can also
No one has to know that I.
uncomfortably close to people.
But no, I was gonna say it's all like I mean, no one has to know about a secret life. There's no particular reason I am a great driver for a reason.
We hit another milestone.
You could also do things like
yes, which means you
you know.
can do some recovery on what you use.
spiders out of your coat,
So we can resolve that next time. we play.
or just
One stitch refresh.
weird things. I mean, like,
I think we should do that now so we're all ready for the next game and we don't
I just
forget
feel
we
bad
didn't
for
do it.
Yeah, you can do it now if you want. So we'll make the assumption that you turn over the crate to the Obscura. And now, since you hit that milestone, now do you want to recover any brain, body, or bleed?
Someone
You
needs
can do
Body.
that.
brain.
How do you?
We only have
I'm
three.
remarkably unscathed.
We only have 3 stitches.
Okay, I'm okay.
Refresh.
I only got one body.
So
I
taken
have-
out, so I'm
That's
good.
one of
I
the
have
3
2
on the
brains.
circle.
How do we get our drives back?
That's why
Refresh.
I was asking. Refresh.
It's a refresh.
Because I have no drives in intuition
All right.
right now.
So take a stitch.
I have 2 brains.
So take a stitch.
What's that?
I would like to.
I beg to differ on that 2 brain statement.
I have 2 brain damage.
And then you want to take a refresh.
She has dream
Yeah,
damage.
Brain
I
damage?
have no drives available in the intuition
All right.
stuff.
Take a refresh.
I'm going to
One that- I
sit
think I used them up
in a
for
bubble
the-
bath, and I'm going to have research
Yeah.
notes in front of me, and I'm going to study them very methodically and calmly, like a novel. And this is how I'm going to calm myself
No, I mean
from the
it's all of one.
stressors.
Oh, all of it?
of one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Cool, because I used a lot of
Even
Well, and the resource management at the conclusion is really nice because it encourages you to use more. It's just, once again, it's how you manage your own action economy now. Like, I love do you get that part now? Like,
Oh, yeah.
you got to do all the work and have all the fun,
Right,
as opposed to me telling you to stop and do something.
right.
You know what
It's
I mean?
easier. It flows
it's not
a lot
about
better.
easier. It's
No, it's
just that
it flows good.
it just makes your characters more pertinent.
Yeah, and there's a
It makes-
strategy. Yeah.
You know, it
Kind of
makes
know
you,
what your strengths are.
yeah.
Right, that's for sure. 'Cause
And we don't have to
when
worry
you
about
suck at
initiative
something,
or-
you freaking suck bad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like you suck hard.
Well, and that's what's really fun, because when you take a scar, it allows you to switch things automatically.
Yes.
Mhm.
So
So
Yeah, yeah.
maybe you're like, well, fuck this sway shit. I need to get better with this because that
Right.
nearly got me killed.
Right.
So you swap them, and you can also manage it a little bit through
And then
advancement.
if
that
you go
way,
up in
too.
level, you get to
So when
put
your
enough points
entire circle is filled,
okay.
you get to follow the character advancement rules for the circle advancement.
Each player can choose 2 different options. Add 1 action point, add 2 drive points, take a new ability, or guild an additional action.
Okay, cool.
An action point would be another circle and a skill.
Right.
And we'll be after the next game, we will have a full circle advancement.
Or a funeral.
Or if
Yeah. Somebody will be character.
Or you guys are all standing around Nero's bed holding flowers. Oh,
So
Nero,
did
so glad
I
you're
get
okay.
a
It's got a big
Yeah,
scar.
I think I erased it. I think I erased it.
No, I guess I got really hurt. Luckily, the one you gave it to me
For
on, I
stitch.
had none.
No, it's like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had one.
Yeah, did I erase it?
Huh.
You see if there's a dice.
Right.
Oh, body.
Exactly like this.
All right, everyone, thank you so much. That was a lot of fun. We are off next week, and when we come back in 2 weeks, we'll be starting season 2 of Pike's Promise.
You're not going to do Candela and Obscura next week?
Well, I don't know. Do we want to?
Ouch. Up to you.
Because she's traveling. She won't be here.
Yeah, I know, but you
But if you guys want to do another Candela Obscura, we can.
Yeah, so you guys can just play without me.
We won't be without.
Well,
We'll be
who
without
will
our
be a
muscle.
muscle?
Yeah, we don't need muscle.
We're gonna have to have,
Someone could play me.
We'll have to have Lurch running.
No, if you're not here, you're not here. So are we playing next Monday or not?
I can
Nah,
play.
well, no. I don't know. We don't need muscle though.
Okay. Well, I think we'll take a break.
We can survive without
So we'll
muscle.
take a break next
We'll take a
Monday.
break.
I'll be
Yeah.
writing and getting ready for season 2 of Pike's Promise. We'll be back here tomorrow night for Shattered Kingdom, which a couple of these folks play in. And then we'll also be back Sunday night for Fool's Errand and Mad Mage. So everyone have a great rest of your week. Be safe, be kind, and don't forget to play a game. Good night, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Just to be fair,